Yeah, we back in business, people. Back in business. Salute to all my peopleizations in the building. Don Sapansky, Dwayne Broussard, Darius Gilliard, Eve Skinner, Dirty D, Smitty Boxing, Sylvester Solomon 2011, Flubber Lang, Darkest Light, Darius Gilliard, Dub Diesel 951, Felix Mays, 8, Young King Company, Samaj Taylor, my brother, what's goody? Gabe Moore, Q War, what's good with you, King? Lost Sheep, Brian Cobb, Ja Roll, Around the World, Jesse R, FDF Facts, what's good, great brother? He said, just cut one of your vids to come to this one. Salute, my main man, Maine, what's good? FDD Fast, XCDC SD, what's good? Gertz, what's good? I don't read that well, great brother. T Bonafide, what's good? Cortez Bowles, what's good? Sean Terence, Don Sapansky, T Bonafide, P Rich, what's goody? What's goody? Flubber Lang, All Funny Videos, Stephen Bateman, what's good, great brother? Ray Calvillo, Ruger 6, on it, Preacher Joe, 808 Mafia, what's good? Karan Tucker, Ricardo Melrose, Morgan Beard, Straight Convo, what's goody, my peoples? We back in the business. Yeah, Q Ward trip was amazing, man. Trip was amazing. Brick Boy Jones, Poor Prince, was good. Trip was absolutely amazing, man. I enjoyed myself. Wife enjoyed herself. More importantly, the wife enjoyed herself. You know what I'm saying? The wife got a chance to, get away. You know what I mean? No kids, no nothing. Boston News DC was good for her birthday. Enjoy her birthday. Nice hot weather. None of this 30-degree New York City weather. Coach Perry, Morgan Bear was good. Julio Concepcion was good. And she enjoyed every moment, man. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. All these nice roses she got all over the place, balloons all over the place, nice cake, all that, man. David DeMarcado was good. Kelly Shaw was good. I think EJ doesn't want to risk the titles and the undisputed fight with Big bro. With Bud, big bro. Oh, with Bud. Karan Tucker was good. Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack with this, right? It definitely is, James. It definitely is. There's a lot to unpack with this, right? For one, like the brother said, what about Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis? Somebody's lying. See, y'all know when you come over here, you're gonna get the absolute truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. Steve Brooks was good. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody's not telling us the truth. Keith Terry, John Elegant was good. Now, is he going to fight against Keith Thurman? For one, I'm asking you guys this question. Then I'm going to send out the link so you guys can come on and you can give your thoughts, right? Because I want to ask this question. Does it make sense? Daniel Roy was good, great brother. Anthony Ford, hip hop poet, was good. Arulis Eve Law was good, great brother. Deshaun Barrow was good. Do you talk boxing with the wife on the trip, brother? A little bit. She don't watch sports, so I'll tell her certain things, and she'd be like, "Oh, okay." She ain't really listening. She just giving me her attention just cause. Marissa Aiken, peace blessed to the queen in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. She said, "Salute, Blue. Much love from South Carolina. Salute to South Kakalaki. Blessings to the queen, Marissa Aiken. Blessings, queen. Chen Smoke, Roja was good. Yes, it makes sense. Too many games being played at 147. Time to move on. Okay, Jack Johnson was good. Appreciate you, Jack Johnson. Hendor was good. Lou was good. Pac-Man versus Bud, BLK Prime. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Morgan Bear was good. Now, I'm asking y'all, does it make sense? Because of a few things. Cardinal Samuels was good. If Keith Thurman is his WBC mandatory at welterweight, and he's fighting him at 154 without the WBC title, then what's the point in fighting him? Then why are you fighting him? Because, again, let me say this. because I could care less. I don't mind. For surely Sean, what's good with you, nephew? Fat and Baker, what's good? What's good, family? I don't mind seeing Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, right? But if y'all was kicking, screaming, clawing, and scratching about why did Terence Crawford fight David Avanesian instead of fighting Errol Spence Jr., then you should be calling for Errol Spence to fight Terence Crawford right now, because then it don't make no sense. If you're not fighting Keith Thurman for the belt and the belt is not on the line, they're not going to strip you of the title, then why fight him? Cookies was good. Boxing, aka Big Texas Claytis, was good. Because this is why. I told you guys that Keith Thurman, Malaya, blessings, Queen. Keith Thurman is a fight they've been wanting to make happen, people. Peace be free was good. You can see that from a mile away. He's fighting Keith Thurman at 154 with no belts on the line. Then what's the point in fighting him? And why is he fighting him at 154? You come back. Now, Preston Sullivan was good. I don't want to see Errol Spence attempt to come back down to 147. You go to 54, stay there. I don't want to see Errol Spence attempt to come back down to 47 if he's already struggling to make the weight. That doesn't make sense. This makes no sense, because if you go up to 154, now, Miss Joette, Peace Bless Queen, how you doing tonight? You got to think, right? Shad 1419, my brother Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, we most definitely need you to break this down. I understand the fight, but at 154 and for no belt, what gives? That's what I'm getting ready to get into. I'm going to give y'all the truth. JB, what's good? JB says, stop reaching and grabbing. How about I send you the link and you come explain your point? Roy Russell was good. See, I'm back home. Y'all should tread lightly playing this game. Lucky Showtime was good. Brian Deuce 4 was good. So, Roy Russell, JB, you said stop reaching and grabbing. What am I reaching and grabbing for, brother? I'm on dry land. The real Jay Shalom was good. Just Being E was good. What am I reaching and grabbing for? Don't play that game with me, brother. I will send you the link. Elbow was good. Karan Tucker was good. I'll send you the link, and you can come explain what I'm reaching and grabbing for. R. Stokes was good. Crypto George was good. Crypto Gregor was good. Paul Nesbitt was good. So what am I reaching and grabbing for? What are you talking about? I'm reaching and grabbing. Maroon Reynolds was good. Motorsport Sports was good. Reaching and grabbing for what? I'm asking you the question. If you're going to fight Keith Thurman at 154 with no belts, then why go to... don't come back down. Vernon McLucas was good. Here's the thing, right? If you go to 154 and you're saying that you're struggling to make 147, why would you go to 154 and attempt to come back down to 47? How is that good for his body? I ain't saying pause to boxing news. What's good? Photo lead, awesome production was good. Mike G was good. MP Dub TF, Sakari San Francisco, Judah 773 was good. Jonathan Rucker was good. Where's the outcry? Where's the kicking, clawing, and scratching? It doesn't make sense to me. YG Knight was good. El Padrino was good. Jonathan Rucker was good. Why would anybody advise him to go to 54 and come back down to 47? JB said Spence is fighting Thurman because he want to, like Bud. No, he don't want to. He told you 1,000 times. See, you're not a fan of the sport of boxing. You're bogus. You are a weed in the sport of boxing that doesn't need to be in existence in the sport of boxing. Champion Hart, my brother, what's good? Where you been at, great brother? Miss Joette said, obviously he knows he can or he wouldn't do it. That's not the point. Every fighter can do it. They all know they can do it. The point is they have a struggle to do it. That's not the point. That makes no sense, Queen. Devin Haney know he can make 135. That don't mean he wants to make 135. And that don't mean he should make 135. So they all can make the weight, but that don't mean they should attempt to make the weight. Ches 313 was good. Fizzy 3 Stack 74 was good. So he ain't doing it because it's a choice. None of them is doing it out of choice. None of them. They're doing it because it's where the legacy lies. Okay, instance. Devin Haney's getting ready to fight Lomachenko at 135. Clearly, he don't want to fight Lomachenko at 135. He know he can fight him at 135, but he don't want to fight him at 135. Clyde Yorkshire was good. Moses Guzman, Black Vibes was good. I give you another example. Ryan Garcia wants to fight Tank at 140, but he's going to fight him at 136. Not because he wants to fight him at 136, but because that's where the fight needs to take place, because Tank is the A side. You all must have forgot. What's good? Bradley 6'8" was good. He said it's one fight. It will not. Says who? One fight. It did that to Roy Jones. See, y'all got to know the sport of boxing. John Wick was good. AK Crowder was good. I didn't cry about the butt fight, JB, because I'm not like you. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. And how about I send you the link? And B More was good, great brother. Rick Timms III was good. Jose Tapia was good. I didn't cry about none of the fights. Chris Brooks was good. That's the difference between me and you. See, you don't have no substance, no ground to stand on. Tyanna Scott, peace bless, Queen. How you doing today? Chris Brooks, Deal with the TV was good. See, I didn't cry about it either which way. But you was on here crying, JB. You was on here crying. Ebony Republicans was good. El Padrino was good. You see how the ball don't bounce both ways? Shad 1419, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. I guarantee if Bud went to 154 and had non-title fight, YouTube would be flooded with duck talk. Yeah, mainly by this dude JB. Ill Willie was good. Mainly by this dude JB. I'm going to send you the link. How about that? For Sholey Sean, what's good with your nephew? Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Some people lost some coin on Boots last fight, but he lost sight of himself talking to the crowd and looking for the KO. But I am happy he went 12. His body and mind needed that for these big fights. Oh, for sure. He going to be good money. Boots going to be good money. Marshall Law was good. He going to be good money. Marvelous Tracks. Marvin Williams was good. Salute to my brother for Sholey Shaw, nephew, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Ja Raw was good. Mike Lords was good. Ain't saying pause was good, great brother. This dude JB said, of course you didn't cry about Bud because you had interest in it. I didn't get paid more or less. Not so smart guy. So you shouldn't be talking about things you have no knowledge about. So it didn't give me more money or didn't give me less money. See how that works? Not so smart guy. Cobra Head Sports Entertainment was good. Oh, the trip was good, Marshall Law. Great. Sports Matchup D Free was good, great brother. But JB, I'm going to send you the link and you could come on. Mike Alfred was good. My brother L Dub Boxing in the building. Go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing. So how about that, JB? I'm going to send you the link. You're doing a lot of typing. Don't type. Come on here, and I'm going to send you the link right now. Aaron99 was good, great brother. Let's hear your story. How about that? Let's do that. Don't nobody click on the link but JB. We want JB to come on. Robert Guerrero was good. Lil J was good. They go to the link, JB. Click the link and come on. Adrian Dones was good. Sean Bailey was good. Because I feel like it. I got time. I'm back home. Tyanna Scott, peace bless, Queen. How you doing today? So, JB, click the link and come on. How about that? Bradley 6'8", you a lot of crying when people disagree with you. Okay. Kurt Evans was good. CMBA was good, great brother. The chill boss was good. What are we going to debate, Blue? Want to be prepared. Well, be prepared for what? You got a lot to say. Just click on the link and come on. William Odom was good. Joshua Lawson was good. Solo 30 Deuce was good. What you need to be prepared for? You said you were a fan of the sport of boxing. There's nothing to be prepared for. Rebel Eye was good. Gold Rush was good. Via Ferrer was good. Michael James 616 was good. Champion Heart, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, I'm always here, brother, watching you grind. Much respect, Blue. I don't want to say I told y'all, but I'm not surprised by this. Shaking my head. Yeah, I'm just surprised that dudes like JB got so much to say, but nothing to say right now. Kick the link. D King Jr. was good. Mr. VA Fitted was good. Karan Tucker, Gabar Crash was good. Via Ferrer, my brother, was good. Come on in, JB. Gabriel Williams was good. I just feel like it. Jonathan Rucker, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a under on your boy Blue in the super chat. Errol at 154 is just a setup to say, I feel comfortable here. I'm vacating all the belts, and Bud can see me at 154. Then Errol and Jamel will fight, which will be huge for all the belts, and Bud will be chasing Errol again at 154. This is nuts. Well, here's the thing. He don't have to chase him. Darkest Light was good. Because Ron, what's going on? Easy Bands official was good. It actually makes it easier for Terence Crawford. Jonathan Rucker. Graves was good. It actually makes it easier. Ron was good. If Errol Spence was to go to 154 and he was to beat Jamel Charlo, well, Terence Crawford, he has the WBO. He can make himself the instant mandatory for either one. There you go, JB.
What up, Blue?
I can't see your face, great brother.
There I am.
You go. All right, great brother. You said what'd you say? Martian Lynch 33 was good. You said I was crying.
No. I didn't say you were crying. I'm just trying to understand what's the problem with the fight.
I said, why does it make sense? Terence Crawford fight didn't make sense, right?
No, not really. I mean, he was in negotiations with Spence, right? I mean, supposed to be, but I mean, it was obvious that he was in negotiations with Black Prime or, David, however you want to call it. Let's just say Black Prime,
right?
For a fight, as well as the PBC and Spence. So
but wasn't the PBC in conversation with Keith Thurman as well?
I mean, that was the backup plan.
So why Terence Crawford can't have a backup plan?
No, I mean, I don't have a. You know what? My whole thing was it didn't seem like he really wanted to fight. It seemed like he.
But Keith Thurman was made the backup plan before they even negotiated with Terence Crawford.
Oh yeah, they had Thurman on the back burner in case they couldn't make the fight.
But that's what I'm saying. So that was before they even that's before they even got into negotiations with Terence Crawford.
I mean, that was there. That fight was there. My thing is.
So now let me ask you this question: isn't that a conflict of interest on their part?
Not really. I mean, because he was the backup plan, he wasn't the primary plan.
Yeah, but who's more important? So let me ask you a question: If you my fighter, and let's say you my fighter, and let's say Gold Rush, because I see Gold Rush in there, right? You my fighter, Gold Rush is my fighter. Let's say there's another fighter that's across the street that's coming over. He's not one of my fighters, right? Now I'm already planning for you and Gold Rush to fight, but you really want to fight a fighter across the street, fighter A, right? How do we know that you giving me that I'm giving my all in negotiations for you to fight fighter A when it's in my best interest for you to fight Gold Rush right in my backyard?
Well, let's just say this. We know Thurman been on the PBC been wanting Spence to fight Thurman. That's what they've been saying for the longest.
Hold that thought, right? Oliver Billions. The link is there. You could come on, you could speak your piece. Don't tell me to stop the cap, brother. I don't mind. Hey, listen, tonight I got a lot of time. So click the link and come on in. So go ahead, great brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying from what everyone was saying, the Thurman fight, PBC been wanting to put Thurman and Spence together for the longest. So I mean, that's been there. My thing was once Bud chose to fight David, okay, Bud chose to get him a fight, go fight David, everybody say for the 10 million, whatever it was for. He chose to go fight that fight. So now Spence rather, he wanted to fight last year, so he didn't get a fight last year. PBC they put everything on hold, hoping to make that fight. You know what I'm saying? Guys were supposed to been fighting. They didn't even do anything basically in the second half of the year, trying
That's
to
what I'm saying. But that's what I'm
prepare for
saying.
this.
Ain't no. My thing is this, right? I don't blame the fighters. I blame the business, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you.
So when I look like this, when I look at it from this standpoint, if Keith Thurman told us in February and the WBC told us in February that the plan was for Keith to fight Errol Spence, that's
hmm
before Errol Spence even fought Ugas,
hmm
right? So it
hmm
sounds like it was a plan in their backyard, but Errol
mm
was saying he wanted to fight Terence Crawford, right?
Exactly. From the way it seemed like the PBC wanted Spence to fight
Right,
Thurman,
right. And
but Spence wanted Crawford.
right. Okay. So now what leads us to believe that they're going to put their best foot forward to make that fight happen when that's not in their best interest?
Well, I mean, Crawford said he agreed to all terms, and
Right.
then next thing you know, he backed out.
But they told us that they came to him with multiple different offers, which means from the very beginning they wasn't looking to give Errol what he wanted or Crawford what he wanted, right? Now I understand it's negotiations, right? But we gotta think now, right?
It's hard.
They put up
It's
two polls. They put up two polls, right? And
mhm,
I'm not appalled to Errol fighting Keith Thurman. I actually wanted to see Errol fight Keith Thurman. I've been wanting to see that
mhm,
because for Errol Spence in his career and as a fan of the sport of boxing, I want to see Errol clean out the division. Or
mhm,
if Terence Crawford fights Errol Spence, that's why I was calling for Terence Crawford to fight Sean Porter or Terence Crawford to
mhm,
fight Danny Garcia or any of these fights, right? Because I
mhm,
want them to fight everybody in the division and clean out the division. So
mhm.
if that you can't clean out this division without fighting Keith Thurman. So I never had a
Right.
problem. The problem I had was when Terence Crawford said he gonna fight David Avanesian, everybody was kicking, clawing, scratching, and screaming and crying that he ain't fighting Errol Spence. But I'm trying to say, if you look at the business, something don't look right? Because they put up that poll twice about Errol Spence and Keith Thurman to the point where Errol Spence himself went on the poll and said the PBC, he added them. He didn't add Terence Crawford. He didn't add he added the PBC. At the PBC. Y'all need to take the L out of Lover. It's over. I'm not fighting Keith Thurman. Didn't Errol Spence do that? Right? That's a PBC post, right?
Okay. That
Which I
happened.
have again, like I'm saying, and I'm gonna say this again. I have no issue with that. I just have an issue with us not keeping it the same for everybody.
Well, here's my thing, right? Okay, going back to the Spence Crawford negotiations. Once Crawford put it out there that he agreed to all terms, but then he ended up fighting David, I was like, yeah, it didn't look good to me
And,
as
and,
far as Crawford was concerned. But
and I
at
can
that point,
understand that. I can
at that
understand that.
point where he chose to fight that fight, okay, cool, whatever. I figure, you know what I'm saying, they'll still get together sometime in 2023. So as long as we can get the fight in 2023, whether it be the fall, the summer, first half, whatever, as long as it happened in 2023, I'm cool. Because I figure
Or
we
that
see
talk. JDK, the link is in the chat. You ain't got to talk in the chat. Click the
I,
link and come on, brother. I got none but time. Go ahead,
I,
great brother.
I figure we see Spence fight somebody in the first quarter of
Mm-hmm.
2023, and then they'll fight sometime after. So I'm cool with that. My only thing I was saying to you was, does it really matter that he's fighting Thurman and they're not fighting for the belts at 47? I mean, it really don't matter. It's more about the fight in this case to me than the belts, because I think it's a good fight. I think it's going to be a quality fight. I like Spence in the fight,
Well, for
but
sure.
I think it's going to be a good solid fight. So we getting a good fight.
Now,
That's
now,
my
now
only
keep,
thing.
keep this in mind. See, these are a lot of things that people just fail to realize and fail to mention, right? Remember, I was one who was pushing for Terence Crawford to fight Keith Thurman in July.
Mm-hmm.
When remember, we was all talking about not Terence Crawford fighting Errol Spence after he
Right.
fought Sean Porter. We was talking about, well, can we get Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford in July?
Right.
Errol Spence picking up them belts, so on and so forth. Then they coming together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we look at the negotiations, right? And we see how it's playing out, right? And then you say to yourself this: as they was dragging it, right? Stephen Espinosa was saying one thing and then saying another thing. November 19th was the date. Floyd Mayweather said that ain't happening. That sounds like it's an internal thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's some confusion there, right? That's not happening. Okay. So now we got to start to think. We don't think as fans. We think emotionally and not with sense, with common sense.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if they're giving Terence Crawford, when did they give him everything he was looking for? Is important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now, by the time that statement came out that we gave him everything he was looking for, the key word that people missing, now we gave him everything he's looking for a fight in 2023. Which means now the negotiations had got to a point where it wasn't going to happen this year.
They did say that they had 2 dates, though. They did say that they had a 22 date and they had a 23 date.
Right. 22 date was the 19th of November.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But why did you have 2 dates? If me and you was negotiating, right? This is what I'm not understanding. Right? If I'm negotiating with you and you negotiating with me and you want to fight. We got promoters, right? Me and you make the biggest fight in boxing. You understand? Edward Jr., don't talk in the chat. Click the link, brother.
Oh, shoot.
Don't talk in the chat. Click the link. If y'all got something to say in the chat, click the link. Don't hide behind your. You see my brother here, JB? We was talking in the chat. My brother clicked the link and he's looking at me right now. I respect that. Don't talk in the chat. Click the link and come on and let's talk, right? So now, if me and you want to fight, and we want to fight this year, Errol Spence made it clear he wanted to fight in 2022. Terence Crawford said he wanted to fight in 2022. Mm-hmm. Why did they have a second date?
I mean, who knows? My whole thing is with that, if you're not actually sitting in on those negotiations, whether it's phone calls, whether it's conference calls, whether it's actually meeting up face to face, then you just don't know. So That's my whole. So my thing is, I'm not really that person to really get into the particulars and want to point fingers and say who's the duck and all this other stuff. My thing is, I'm a true fight fan. Boxing is my favorite sport. I've been a boxing fan my entire life. So I just want to see the fights.
But let me ask you this, right? We talking about Errol versus Keith Thurman in April, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we hearing a second date for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia?
I just heard April.
That's what I'm trying to ask you, brother. Yeah. So how come they have April. 2 dates?
I mean,
for the biggest fight. You follow what I'm trying to tell you?
No, I get what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying? It's a two-way street. That's why I don't really want to get into the particulars.
But this what I'm saying.
Point fingers at either side.
At some point, right, we got to stop and think and say something is not adding up, right?
Mm-hmm. Because see, I'm not. Because see, just for the record, not to cut you off, I'm a fan of both fighters.
Me too.
You know, I'm a fan of both fighters. You know what I'm saying? I like to see greatness. I feel like both of them are great fighters. I think both of them are going to be Hall of Fame fighters. And so I just want to see so that's just my thing. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a quality fight. I mean, I don't think it takes anything away from the fight because they're not fighting at 47 and they're not fighting for the belts. I don't think it takes nothing away from it. I think it's a solid fight. It's almost like, okay, let's just say if Charlo fought Benavidez or Andre but didn't fight Canelo yet, you still be happy for that fight because you know that's a quality fight. Charlo versus Benavidez, Charlo versus Andre. Those are quality fights. And then if you got Charlo Canelo down the road, you'll take that too. You know, you getting what you want. You getting the elite of the elite fighting each other. And so that was the only thing I was saying in the comments was, what's the issue with the fight? That's a quality fight. Spence versus Thurman.
That's what they're saying. I don't have no issue with the fight. I'm just saying, does it make sense if he's not your mandatory? You understand what I'm saying? If he's your mandatory at welterweight at 147, but you're not fighting him for the belt at 154, and you're going to 154 to, if you're saying that you are struggling to make 147, why go to 54 right now? Why not just go right into negotiate with Terence Crawford right now? Because it's pointless. If you're not fighting Keith Thurman for the WBC title, the WBA is giving you a pass, and the IBF is giving you a pass. Then why are we fighting? We should be negotiating with Terence Crawford right now, so that you don't have to come, and then you go to 54. Because after you fight Terence Crawford, you beat Terence Crawford, you go to 54, you can fight Keith Thurman at 54 because you're fighting him for nothing anyway.
You don't want to give Keith Thurman an opportunity to win the belt.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Don't fight Keith Thurman right now. Negotiate with Terence Crawford. Because all of the belts is giving you a pass to not have to fight your mandatories. So go ahead and fight Terence Crawford right now.
True.
Why go up to 154? And once he go to 154, I don't want to see Errol Spence attempt to come back down to 47. Stay there.
Why not?
Because he's 32 years old, right? And he's already telling us that he's struggling to make the weight. So why would he get? If I'm at a weight already and I'm struggling, that's like Devin Haney going up to 140 and then coming back down to 135 when he's telling you right now he's struggling to make 135. That don't make sense.
So Blue, let me ask you a question. Why didn't he just vacate the belts at 147 and just go straight up to 154? One going up to 154 won't hurt him for one fight. These are professionals, man. They do this for a living. Cutting weight.
Moving up 7 pounds can hurt you. Did we not see what happened with Roy Jones when he moved up in weight and tried to come back down? His punch resistance. Yeah. See, this we got to understand. We know the sport of boxing. When you move up in weight like that and you try to drain that weight back off, your punch resistance ain't the same, bro. So to go up, if you telling me and you telling the world that you're struggling to make 154 right now, I mean to make 147, and you only there for one more fight, why would you go to 54 right now and then come back down to 147? That don't make sense. That's called hustling backwards.
No, Blue, you comparing Roy Jones. You comparing Roy Jones to him, and Roy Jones went up to heavyweight. He went up too much weight. 7 pounds ain't gonna kill Spence to go up and then come back down. Roy Jones went up to heavyweight.
See, this is what I'm talking about. He ain't going up 7 pounds, bro. You think he gonna weigh 154 in the ring?
No, he's not gonna weigh 154 in the ring.
How much you think he weighing out? Hold on, he weighing at 147. He 160 in the ring right now.
Okay, he might be 165 in the ring.
Bro, come on, let's be realistic. If I got 7 pounds, I got 7 pounds to play with now, right?
All right.
He's not gonna restrict himself to 5 extra pounds.
Man, I think he go back down.
He has no plans on coming back to 47. He's not coming back to 47.
Yeah,
what, he gonna vacate the belt?
The Keith Thurman fight is for him to get activated. That they don't trust Bud in negotiation. So why even worry about 47 when you can go to 54?
Well, you're gonna have to negotiate because you're gonna have to negotiate with him one way or another. You're gonna have to negotiate with him because even if you go to 54, he's gonna make himself the mandatory, and you're gonna have to negotiate with him anyway. And then when he go to 54, it's gonna go to a purse bid. It's gonna go to a purse bid, and anybody could bid on the fight at that point in time. You don't want to run the risk of going to a purse bid with a fight of that magnitude because, like we saw, anybody could come in and decide, oh, this is the biggest fight in boxing. Investment group in Saudi Arabia might come in and say, I'm buying this fight. Right, so now what you're gonna have to do is in negotiation with Terence Crawford is give him what he wants, because Terence Crawford could then sit back and say, I'm letting it go to a purse bid, and we don't know who. Like we saw Triller come out of nowhere and bid on that Teofimo Lopez. Ain't nobody saw that happening. Triller came in and said, we're gonna bid on this fight, and they outbid. They bid $5 million. Bob Arum didn't see it. Eddie Hearn and them didn't see it. There ain't nobody seen Triller coming. I ain't see it. Ain't none of us on here saw Triller because we don't look for Triller for boxing. But Triller saw an opportunity to make money, and Triller said, "Hey, I'm in on that." They did like this, and they got in on it.
Yeah, but you got a point there. But like Barry James said, Bud asked for something which the numbers and the money don't add up. You're not in the business of losing money. So then,
but 9 times out of 10, everybody losing money. They losing money. Bud makes for 50% of the biggest fight in boxing. I don't care what he did in the past. He makes for 50% of the biggest fight in boxing. His worth is more than
I'm not saying that he don't. I'm not saying that he don't, but I'm saying that.
So what I'm saying is
the numbers don't say that though.
No, but what I'm saying is this, right? Manny Pacquiao numbers didn't say he was worth $150 million when he fought Floyd, but he got $150 million because when he fought Floyd, it made for the biggest fight in boxing history. Right? When you bring those two entities together, they make for the biggest fight in boxing currently right now. Right? Ryan Garcia ain't never fought for a title. He ain't never won a world title. He barely sold out his hometown in the Staples Center. Ryan Garcia is gonna get treated like he's 50% of a massive fight with Tank Davis. He don't bring in what Tank Davis bring in.
But he got that social media, Blue. That's why he gonna make the money.
But it don't translate. It don't translate because Ryan Garcia is just now making over $1 million.
Exactly. That's an assumption that his social media followers going to turn into pay-per-view buyers, tickets, butts in the seats. That's an assumption.
Right.
To this point, that hasn't been proven.
They're gonna treat Ryan. You think they're gonna tell Ryan he ain't getting no upfront money, no guaranteed money right now?
But that's gonna be Tank's biggest fight because of Ryan.
This is Errol's biggest fight because of Terence.
I mean, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the Charlo guy is the biggest fight for Errol.
What?
I think Charlo is the biggest fight for Errol.
Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is the biggest fight in boxing right now.
People just now started talking about this.
I like Charlo.
Charlo fight wasn't even. It don't get me wrong. It's a big fight. It's a major fight, but it just started now picking up traction because Errol was saying he's interested in fighting Charlo.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even a thing. Like if think about this, right? If Jamel and Jamal said they willing to fight each other, that'll suddenly turn into one of the biggest fights in boxing too.
Yeah, but I still say Charlo gonna put more people in the seats than Crawford is. Crawford a hell of a fighter though. Not taking nothing away from Crawford, but you put Charlo and Spence together in Texas in A&T State, that's gonna sell out, man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna sell out. But look,
yeah.
Okay, but you talking about location though, right? You put Errol and Terence Crawford in Cowboy Stadium, it's gonna sell out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's gonna sell out. But you could also put Errol and Terence Crawford in Madison Square Garden, it's gonna sell out.
You could put Errol in Utah somewhere.
If you put Terence Crawford and Errol Spence at Madison Square Garden or the Barclays Center, it's gonna sell out. Believe that.
This fight selling out.
It's gonna sell out regardless. It don't matter where you go that fight, it's gonna sell out. It's gonna sell out.
Yeah.
So somebody got some beeping in the back. Hey, Al, that's you?
Nope.
Somebody got something beeping in the back. Lord Sheep brother in the super chat dropping that on your boy Blue. He said, "Salute Blue and welcome back." I agree 100%. If EJ is moving up to fight Thurman, he should go and stay up. I would have preferred a catch weight at 150. Either way, I see EJ stopping Thurman in the 6th round. I agree. It's a Lord Sheep. I agree with you 1,000%. Lil Reese, what's good? I would much rather see Errol fight Keith Thurman in the catch weight if that's the case. But if Errol is planning on going to 154 and staying at 154, then he might as well vacate the belts right now. Then what's the point of holding on to him Yeah, Al, that's you, great brother. What's the point in holding on to the belts and holding up the division then? Go ahead and vacate them. Let's go see everybody. Let's see Boots and Virgil and all these dudes mix it up. And if Errol vacate the belt, Terence Crawford is leaving.
In my opinion, I think he's just going up there for this one-off. I think he's basically appeasing the PBC and giving the PBC what they've been wanting anyway for the longest. And he's giving them that fight at, whatever they fight at, 154, catch weight, whatever. And then he going to slide back down, and him and Bud going to hook up at 47 for all the belts.
And that was my thing. That's what I was trying to tell people before, right? The conflict, it's a conflict of interest. The PBC has always wanted Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. So it leads us to believe that they was putting their best foot forward to make Terence Crawford Errol Spence.
Because I think Spence was, I think they was trying to appease Spence. I think they were truly trying to make that fight.
On Spence's part. But what did Terence Crawford say? They're going to make sure he good because he's their priority. Right? They ain't going. What did Demetrius Andre? Did y'all listen to what Demetrius Andre just said? He said, I came over to the PBC. I'm the low man on the totem pole. They told me I got to prove myself. And as well as they got to prove it to me that we could do this and have a good relationship, X, Y, and Z. So, okay, so they're going to do the same thing with Terence Crawford?
I mean.
And Canelo Alvarez, we notice there's a history, as they supposed to. Right? That's just smart business on the part of the PBC. It's smart business. I'm going to secure our future as a brand. Right? Crawford, you ain't coming over here for one fight, possibly beat Errol Spence, take the belts and go to BOK Prime.
Oh yeah, he gonna most definitely have to sign a multi-fight deal.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if Terence Crawford is saying, listen, I'm here to fight Errol Spence. I don't want to fight Danny Garcia.
Right.
I don't want to fight X, Y, and Z. I want to fight Danny Garcia. I mean, Errol Spence. Right? And maybe that's the holding. That's the stick-em point. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why everything. See, I listen to your channel as well as probably three or four other ones I subscribe to, and all you guys make good points. Some I might agree with a little bit more than others, but at the same time, like I say, if you're not privy to everything that's being said on both sides, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. We're just speculating. So that's why I don't really get off into all the particulars. Like I say, I think this will be a good quality fight between Thurman and Spence. And if they go ahead and hook up in April, hopefully we can get Crawford and Spence in the second, final quarter of the year maybe, and and be happy with that.
Hold on 1 second. People, we got 740 people here and 245 likes. I don't know where they do that at. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Get the likes all the way up. Stop moonlighting. 750 people in here, and we got 200 likes. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. We should have at least 500 likes right now. Ain't no way we got 500 people just sitting here moonlighting. Come on, people. It costs nothing. It's free. $1 Trillion Dreams, Deuce, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said Errol should stay at 154. I doubt he comes back down to 147 anyway. Crawford isn't gonna get a shot at Ike or Charlo. He's gonna be left out in the cold. I hate that the fight didn't happen. Shaking my head. No, Crawford gonna make the fight happen. Let me tell you why. He's gonna make himself the mandatory for whoever got that belt, that WBO belt at 54. And if I'm Terence Crawford, if Errol Spence goes to 54 and he stays at 54 and I'm Terence Crawford, I'm making myself right now the WBO mandatory for the winner of Jamel Charlo and Tim Tszyu. Immediately. I'm making myself the mandatory for Jamel Charlo and Tim Tszyu, so that winner of that fight is going to have to fight me and defend the belt. And guess what? The winner of that fight is going to be the undisputed champion. And if I'm Terence Crawford and I beat the winner of that fight, that means I'm the undisputed champion, and now you somewhat have evened out the playing field as far as negotiations goes, because now you have bargaining chips.
Yeah, but Charlo vacates and goes up. and leaves the 154 to him, and you back in the same situation.
If Charlo vacates, if Charlo vacates, now keep this in mind. Charlo vacates at 154. Well, that means Errol also has to scramble to pick up them pieces too, because he ain't gonna vacate.
That's what I'm saying. And we back in the same situation because he already said if Errol can't get him, he can't get Charlo.
1000%. And again, that's another political aspect of the sport of boxing that's stopping us from getting big fights. Yep. If I can't fight him, he ain't gonna fight you.
But Charlo's not gonna. He's not gonna vacate though. Charlo and Errol, they're gonna fight. Now, from a stylistic standpoint, in a boxing match, Errol and Bud is a way better fight. But from a sales perspective, Charlo and Errol does make, from a sales perspective, the best fight, of next year or whenever they fight.
It's a lot of intrigue and interest in that fight.
A lot. But you see what I'm saying?
But so Charlo,
Bud, even as a mandatory coming in saying, "Hey, I want this fight," Charlo saying, "Well, hey, I'm gonna pick this person to fight." You know what I'm saying? Which would probably be Errol. You know what I'm saying? And then again, they're gonna make Bud have to prove himself at 154. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna probably have to fight Danny at 154 if Danny even takes that fight, because he left him at 140 and didn't want to fight him and moved to 147. So that's, even if he wants to fight, then who else do we got at 154? He could fight Eric Lubin,
Fundora.
Yeah, Fundora. You know what I'm saying? He's got a couple of different options, you know what I'm saying, that he can, if he wins those fights, can possibly get him that Errol. But I believe Errol and Charlo are gonna fight. Errol gonna have them belts, and we're gonna replay the same thing at 147.
Well, I don't know if you guys recall last year. I can't remember when this had came out, but they were saying that Spence and both Charlo brothers, all three, were going to move up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
and
heard.
they were going to be at those weight classes together. So I mean, I don't see Spence fighting Charlo.
No, that's
why not?
What up? That's why that's why I'm saying if Crawford moves up to make the WBA mandated, Charlo's moving up, and Spence is gonna move up. Him trying to pull Charlo's card gonna make Charlo go up, because he not gonna fight Charlo and not fight Spence first. That's how tight Spence and Charlo is.
Charlo going anyway. I mean, they're not trying to fight each other. Charlo and Spence not trying to fight each other.
No. Yes, they're
leaving.
But Errol,
I think Errol, Professor X, what's going on, great brother? I think Errol wants to fight. Smash the like button, people.
Earl
Get the likes up, man. We should have 700 likes. Get the likes up.
I don't think Charlo will.
Earl did denounce that.
Charlo did say that he didn't have much interest in
No, I don't think he will
in the fight. So he just might move up. But then there's a part of me that feel like Jermell Charlo's a competitor, and he might feel like, hey, bro, dude, you keep saying you fight me. Like, you know what I'm saying? A part of him might be like, yo, hold on, man. You keep saying you fight me, like, you know what I mean? He might just turn around and be like, all right, then let's make it happen then.
I think we're moving too fast anyway.
They're stablemates. What makes you think they're not going to get on the jack and be like, hey, bro, you know what this fight going to bring? You know what we're going to do? You know the money we're going to make? Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they're right there. So for them, and they both already said, well, Errol just said on the interview, I'll fight anybody.
Yeah, no, Errol, and remember, Errol said, listen, he basically said what Mike Tyson said: "If you my friend, you help me get this bag."
Yeah.
Man,
Right.
Listen, Errol Spence collected all three of those belts at 47. He want that fourth one at 47. We moving too fast. He going one off with Thurman at 54 or catch weight. He coming back down to 47 to try to get that fourth one. It ain't nowhere in the world that man winning all three of them belts. Okay. Well, my name JB. I be here all the time.
But the thing
I love to bet. We can bet whatever. He coming down to 47 to try to get that fourth belt.
Now I want to ask y'all this question:
$100, $500.
Hold on, let me get these super chats real quick. Shad 1419, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said that's the discussion nobody wants to have if Bud wins the PBC, loses control of 147. Agreed. We got my brother MD Mills, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said nothing in boxing makes sense right now. Did you know the IBF designated Speedy versus Villa as the title eliminator? Yeah, I knew that. I was going to get to that.
Man, that's all day.
Yeah, man, it's just boxing is the wild, wild west. We
exactly.
knew. Now, my thing is this though, and let me tell y'all another reason I don't want to see Errol Spence go to 54 and come back down, because if Errol Spence goes to 154 and comes back down and don't look the same, he ain't gonna get people gonna say he made a mistake, and they ain't gonna give Terence Crawford credit.
But when you say, let me ask you,
How he ain't gonna look the same?
Let me ask you
How
this.
he not gonna look
you
the
just
same?
took you just took the words right out of my mouth.
Because he's gonna be he's gonna be 33 years of age, and coming down in weight is never smart. Did you see why you think Chris Eubanks Sr. was like, listen, he wanted everybody to boycott the fight. It's not cutting. You got to understand that Errol Spence has been telling you for years. He said, he just told you, I've been at this weight for 10 years. Right? It's a struggle. Wait, I got one fight at this weight. When you that age, right, and you allow yourself to get to a certain weight, right, your body is going to resist attempting to go back down and take that water off. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for your brain. You're going to take water off your brain. You understand what I'm saying? If he's already feeling the effects of trying to come back down if he's already feeling the effects, stabilizing himself at 147 right now, to allow his body to go up and to gain that extra weight and gonna feel, oh man, you're gonna feel amazing. Do you know how hard it is for Errol Spence to go come back down to 47 to 45 for 46.5 or less, right? You got to come in under 47, right? Because it's not safe to try to attempt to come in at 47, because you might come a little bit over. So you targeting coming a little bit under 47, right? And you talking about Errol Spence. Errol Spence don't have, we see like in this photo, right? Errol Spence don't have a lot of water weight. When you Keith Thurman don't have a lot of muscle mass. You understand? Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford has a lot of muscle mass. Terence Crawford going up, trying to go down to 40 right now, would destroy Terence Crawford. It would destroy his body. For Devin Haney, he don't have a lot of water weight. You look at Tank, the way Tank is built. Tank can fluctuate. He has more water weight than Ryan Garcia. He has more water weight than Devin Haney and Shakur. He has more water weight, right? Natural water weight, right? So Devin Haney going up to 140 and attempting to come back down to 135. No, his body is going to be like you. What he's doing is, at that point, guess what he's going to be doing? Shocking his body. His body going to be like, oh, what are we doing? We trying to do this again? Because
he don't have no energy.
Right.
Especially when you walk around at 175, you know what I'm saying? I see Spence every other day. The man walks around at about 175. 170, 175.
Right. And
so 154 that's what it's gonna be at.
Right. So imagine him going to 54 and then being like, I'm at 54. So he gonna come in at 54, right? Then he gonna weigh fight night 170. Right? Yeah. And now after the fight, I'm going back down to bro, you just competed. It's one thing, like the brother Self-Made said, it's one thing to walk around at that weight and then lose weight for competition to your competitive weight. It's a whole nother thing to lose weight to a certain competitive weight, compete at that weight, then go back up, then come back down to 47. That's not detriment to the body. That's you doing your body a disservice. So who knows how his body is going to react against Terence Crawford at 147.
Well, he should just stay at 47 and don't fight Keith Thurman at 54.
That's what I've been saying. That was the conversation was about from the beginning. I'm saying it doesn't make sense to go up to 54, and it's to go up to 54 for nothing. If he going up there and fighting Jamel, go get them belts, bro. You're daring to be great. You fighting Keith Thurman? No, this is more or less you. Nobody could tell me that Errol Spence is volunteering to go to 54 to fight Keith Thurman.
He's letting the world know he's not coming back to 47. That's a business move where Keith Thurman is going to be the mandatory regardless if he lose or win at 54. If he goes back down, of 147 because he's still a mandatory for WBC when Errol dropped them belt.
And another thing is too, right? Salute to Tip Baylor's brother in the Super Chat. He said, "Man scared to defend his titles." No, I don't believe that. I just think
that's bull. That's bull.
Yeah, he not. You know what Errol is doing? I'm gonna tell you what Errol is doing right now, and maybe people don't look at it from this standpoint. He probably like, I'm gonna stick it to Keith Thurman. We ain't fighting for no belts. Since you want to fight me so bad, okay, we ain't gonna. I ain't giving you the opportunity to win them belts. You ain't give me the opportunity to fight the belts.
Right, that's what I'm
just gonna have fun beating you down.
Yeah,
Blue.
I'm not giving you no opportunity.
That's a fact.
Blue. Errol Spence doing this. Errol Spence doing the Jerron Ennis what Keith Thurman did to him. So,
nah, it's different though. I'm gonna tell you why it's different. With Errol and Boots,
because Jerron Ennis don't have a belt.
And I see a lot of people was making that correlation, right? Don Gotti, brother in the Super Chat, said, "Who will Derrick James train in that fight, Blue?" Errol Spence. Down. That's not even a question. Errol Spence. L. Rivy, brother in the Super Chat, like Oscar versus Pacquiao. Oscar couldn't rehydrate. Right. Oscar couldn't do it. Now, Oscar was much older in his stage in his career, and he wasn't very competitive. So, you know, it's a little bit different. The wrong dude, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, "Salute, gentlemen. So how how are Errol's belts on the line if they aren't fighting at 147?" Pardon me if you already answered this. I'm just now checking in. Salute to my brother, the wrong dude, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. No, the belt's not on the line. It's a non-title fight. But that's what doesn't make sense because it is if it's a non-title fight and I'm fighting Keith, the whole point was that Keith Thurman was the mandatory and he didn't have a choice but to fight Keith Thurman. That was the whole point. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not even fighting Keith Thurman for a belt, essentially Keith Thurman should have just took step aside money then. Waited for Errol and Terence Crawford to negotiate and fight, and then you get to fight for them vacant belts. Keith Thurman is another one. He got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But now Keith Thurman got more water weight. He could make that moving and then come back down to 47, I believe, more comfortable than Errol. Errol is bigger than Keith Thurman. He's more muscular than Keith Thurman, less water weight. It's just a little bit different. Bad bowling 101, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. PBC isn't going to let Spence fight Crawford because it's financially irresponsible for them to do that. PBC has too many fighters that they can throw at Spence for in-house fights, so PBC gets the whole bag. Agreed. And I understand the business, but the problem is the grown-ups. What's going on? Grown-up said, "Blue, you're not thinking clearly." Okay, click the link and come on. No need to talk in the chat. The link is there. Uncle Huckleberry, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. Why can't Spence PBC give Crawford a little more just to wash him and be undisputed? Undisputed will be legacy, and he get back to tenfold. I agree. I don't see the point in doing it and going to fight Keith Thurman at 54. I don't see it. It just doesn't make sense. Like it don't make sense. It don't make sense unless he plans not to come back down to 47. But his plan was to be undisputed.
Aren't we just kind of like talking though, right? Until they announce the fight.
Well,
announce what weight is it.
But it's like Errol though. Errol don't came to the conclusion that Terence Bud Crawford, he's gonna hold that WBO scrap hostage. He's not gonna let it go. So it's like move on from it. You know, you don't walk away from a negotiation to take a David Avenesian fight and expect for the PBC and Errol Spence to trust you with the next go around.
Yeah,
you
but
just don't.
But the thing about it is this, right? Is that if they didn't plan, it doesn't matter who he fought or where he fought. If they wasn't planning to make the fight in 2022, it didn't matter who he fought and where he fought. Why does it matter if I'm not fighting you this year?
Exactly. Well, Blue, I got a question for you. If the contract
hold on,
for 2023,
hold that thought for me, great brother.
Okay.
Let me answer that question about Boots and Errol Spence, right? So this is why it's different. Legend, your device is not connecting, great brother. Try to go out and come back in, Legend. The difference between, because I see people saying Boots is being done the same way Keith is doing Errol. Errol is doing Boots the same way Keith Thurman did him. No, it's not the same. Errol won the belt in May of 2017 when Keith Thurman was telling the world that Errol Spence needed to get a belt before they fought, right? He won the belt in May, okay? Keith Thurman won the belt in March. So they fought 2 months apart. They was on the same side of the street. They both had a belt. It was a unification bout. 3 belts would have been on the line. Keith Thurman was saying back then that you didn't need the WBO to be undisputed. You just needed the IBF, WBC, and WBA. Well, all 3 of those belts would have been on the line for what Keith Thurman deemed to be an undisputed match. And Keith Thurman refused to fight Errol Spence, right? Boots Ennis has never fought for a world title, nor has he obviously ever won a world title because you got to be in it to win it. So, and Boots is, and another thing is, there was no bigger fight for Keith Thurman. Terence Crawford wasn't in the division yet. He wasn't getting the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight. The biggest fight he could have made was Errol Spence because Errol Spence had the belt. The WBO belt, Keith Thurman was trying to lobby to get the WBO belt. Who had the belt was Manny Pacquiao at the time, right? Manny Pacquiao was still with Top Rank. So that fight wasn't going to happen, a unification bout for Keith Thurman, right? And remember at that time, Manny Pacquiao, he was still lobbying for a fight with Floyd Mayweather, a rematch. Man, that's all his focus was, a rematch with Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he wasn't thinking about these young fighters. You know what I'm saying? So Keith Thurman could have went ahead and fought Errol Spence. Then he went on that hiatus, whether he had injuries or, he had the elbow injury, surgery, so on and so forth. But another thing is when he came back, right? So he never defended the WBC title. He won it from Danny Garcia in March, and he never defended the title. He could have fought Errol Spence. He was out the ring for 2 years. He came back, and remember when he came back, he said, "This is a get back year. I'm not fighting Errol Spence this year. This is a get back year." So he was out the ring for 2 years. Then he came back in 2019 and still was saying 2019 was a get back year. He ain't giving Errol Spence the opportunity. And then he stumbled across the Manny Pacquiao fight because remember Manny Pacquiao then he lost to Jeff Horn in the mix of all of that. Then he came back and he picked the belt back up and all of that type of stuff. And he came to the PBC, so he got the opportunity. Remember they gave Pacquiao the Broner fight, then the Thurman fight, right? So he stumbled upon the Manny Pacquiao fight. But he had no plans. Remember, he said this was the get back year. He had 0 plans in fighting no big names. It's just he wasn't going to turn down the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao. So he took that fight with Manny Pacquiao and he lost. And then he went on. Then he disappeared again to 2020 of this year, of last year against Mario Barrios. So it is, and he didn't. The big fight for him was Errol Spence. So he stumbled across that Manny Pacquiao fight. But when it comes to Errol Spence and Boots, there's a difference because Errol Spence has major fights. It's a whole different era. Keith Thurman is in Errol Spence's era. Boots is Boots is 7 years younger than Errol Spence. He's in a whole different era.
Right.
And he don't have a belt. It's just we see the talent. We see the gifts. We know he can compete with that level of talent. So and he's shooting up the popularity board and he's shooting up the ranking system. So we looking at him and we know but I look at Boots and Errol Spence situation is similar to Keith Thurman and Floyd Mayweather situation. It's like, why am I fighting you right now? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get nothing from fighting Keith Thurman right now. You know what I'm saying? Errol still got these big fights right there in front of him, which is Terence Crawford and fights of that magnitude. So it's a different situation. So it's not the same. Errol is not doing to Boots what Keith did to him. It's completely different. They won their belts. Keith unified the belts against Danny in March, and Errol beat Kell Brook in his first title opportunity in May. You know what I'm saying? What they couldn't have been. I mean, look how big that fight would have been.
Yo, Blue.
What's good, great brother?
Listen, Errol Spence walks around, right? One of the brothers just said Errol Spence walks around about 175, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he comes down to 150, 154, how is that a problem? He's been doing it for the past couple years. He ain't going up. He coming down. He's been coming down. Every time after the Ugas fight, he went back up, right? Before the Ugas fight, he was up in weight. He come back down to 147. So that's why I said you wasn't thinking clearly, because I'm saying he already coming down. He even coming down is even better for him because he ain't got to come to 147. He coming to 154, which is giving him the advantage.
Right. Now
I agree.
But here's the problem. There's a difference. You got to understand. There's a difference in coming down from 70 to 147 and competing at 147. There's a difference in coming down to 54 and competing at 154, going back up and ballooning back and going back down to 47. So you letting your body, when he compete at 154, he's going to be letting his body get acclimated to carrying that weight in competition. It's one thing to walk around and not be in shape and walking around at a certain weight, right? There's another thing competing at that weight. He's going to compete at that weight. So which means his body's going to get used to competing at a certain weight. Now you go back up to 70, right? Or more. And now you're asking your body to go back down to 47 and compete and react and respond the way you want to respond at 147. Your body might not respond.
But I feel like that's how I feel like that's how they come down anyway. I feel like once training camp start, I feel like they start to come down slowly, right? 160, they sparring, you know what I mean, doing what they do in 160, come down another 5 to 6 pounds, spar, do what you got to do there, come on down. One fight, I don't see one fight changing or changing the psyche or whatever mentality or whatever the body's feeling. One fight at 154, I don't think that's going to change anything, because I'm not, for the truth.
Hello?
The truth for me, right? I'm looking at it as I don't think he should come to 147 for Thurman. I don't think he should. For Terence Crawford, hell yeah, he would do it, I think, but not for Thurman.
Not
for Thurman.
You got to think though, brother.
So
it ain't just him one fight coming down or going to 154, coming back down to 147. He's been at 147 since he started. So his body is feeling the effects now of saying, hey, this weight is hard to cut.
Hello,
I'm doing extreme activities. I'm doing extreme measurements to cut this weight. I have to go up soon, or I ain't gonna be able to make this weight. I'm gonna be depleted on fight night. I have no energy to throw punches. So it's not just this one fight. It's the years that he's been at this weight, and he's getting bigger, and it's time for him to move up.
Right.
Hold
on. This is what you got to understand. This is what you got to understand. If I'm depleting my body to get to 147, and it's a struggle, okay, my body is like, okay, we've been doing this. So night of the fight is going to react the way you want it to react because it's accustomed to reacting at that weight, right? Yeah. So once I tell your body is the ultimate smartest machine in the world. So once it's telling you we can't keep doing this, but I'm gonna react again for you. I'm gonna react again for you, right? Now you go up to 54. The body is saying, finally, you took that stress off me. And here, I'm gonna let you react. I'm gonna let you react. And now you tell your body, hey, bro, we got to go back down one more time. Your body gonna be like, yeah, I don't know if we could do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey,
in
hey,
the
Blue.
add in the add to that, you gotta think about it. He like I don't like I said, I don't really know you guys like that, but like I see Earl every other day, and he enjoys his life. So him going out clubbing, it been many a times where we was out somewhere and he's like, oh, I can't do this, can't do that because he got to make this 47. At 154, he don't have to do all the stuff he was doing at first. Kind of can enjoy life more as to what he was doing at 147.
Right.
Hey, Blue, how you doing? You can hear me?
So think about this, right? I want to put it in another name, right? Jamal Charlo is up at 60, right? He's a big dude at 60. You think Jamal Charlo could go to 68 for one fight and then come back down to 60? It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
I don't think
I believe so.
I think so.
No, that is
I
not.
think so.
It's not
Can
gonna
y'all
happen.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, great brother.
We can
Okay,
hear you.
So how y'all? I'm from Detroit. You know, I'm a young boxer. I'm 18, and I was just. It's a lot of misconceptions on weight cutting and divisions and everything that goes on into it. That is a large jump to come down, and it's not. It's you thinking about it's less than 10 pounds. Like it's not. That is difficult on the body in a training camp. For him to go to 154, I cannot imagine how good his body is going to feel in that ring. And for him to be able to come down, I just don't see no point in that. I don't think he's going to do it. If he fight Keith Thurman at 154, he's going to stay there. It's his body. He's going to feel like shit. He will feel terrible. It'll do him a disservice to come back down. It won't. He just wouldn't feel right. I'm struggling right now. I'm one. I kind of went crazy for the holidays. I went to Alabama. You know how that go, how they be cooking out there. And so I went hard. I just got back down to around 170. And it's hard. It's a struggle. It's gonna be a struggle because I'm a naturally bigger person. So it's gonna be a struggle to get back to 160, 155 in that range. So it's a task. It's difficult. It's not just it's 8 pounds, oh it's 7 pounds. It's a lot more that's inclusive into that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now I
because
believe what you're saying, but the brother just said he sees Errol Spence every other day, and the man was walking around at about 170, 175.
For Errol, he can
And
do that. He got the money. He got the best everything.
absolutely,
So he can do that right now. He got the
going
best diets, everything. He can do that right now. But if he
he's
go up,
going from
he cannot
170.
come down.
He's already up. He's walking around up. That's what I'm saying. We keep saying if he goes up, he's already 170. He's coming down to
But that's his
147.
walk around. That's his natural.
Right,
That's not
right.
really, to be honest, that's not his natural weight. He
Right.
probably weighs more than 170, 175. If he was just a regular person, he would still look healthy at 190. He would still look healthy at 180 pounds.
Right. And the thing is, you got to understand, you talking about him, we saying him walking around, right? But you got to keep in mind,
He's watching his diet. He's watching.
He's watching his diet, but not only that, his body is in relaxed mode. It's relaxed. He's not competing at 175. His body's relaxed.
And the thing that we missing too is when you're fighting, it's all about water weight, right? So you're losing all of this weight. It's water weight. So you're depleting yourself. And then let's just say you drink a bottle of water. Dude, you're going to gain like a pound or two just from drinking a couple bottles of water.
Yeah.
And guess what? You got to go harder to lose that. It's the fluctuation of water weight. So that's why you get depleted.
But
because
you know what you're doing. You can drink as much. You can drink water.
Yeah. But the thing is too, not only that, you draining water off your brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's not safe.
Yeah.
Your reaction speed is completely different. You feel it.
Right. And then we talking about him fighting the biggest fight of his career and running that risk of not
y'all
knowing
gotta my
how
bad,
his,
Blue.
go ahead, great brother.
And y'all gotta understand, Terence is naturally smaller than him. This is not as hard as this. This not as hard as this is for Terence to be at 147. This you gonna if Terence at 154, you gonna be like, damn, Terence, like he's gonna look bulkier, bigger. This is muscle that he has to put on going up. This is Terence putting on a little bit of fat and muscle. When Errol is at 157, you can't pinch his shit. His body fat has to be below 10%.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So and right now, if you see Terence Crawford right now, he probably weighed 155.
Yeah.
At most.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Maybe 160.
That's what he said he weighs.
Yeah. Around. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's a lot of weight, man. Brick Boy Jones, brother in the Super Chat, said the fight is pointless, Blue. I don't see the point.
I don't believe it's a pointless fight.
Terence is also always in the gym. He don't ever balloon up.
Yeah, he don't balloon up. He's like Floyd. You know what I mean?
I think this fight for Errol, I believe this put him in one of the greatest, one of, not the great. I'm saying one of the greatest. Well, you got to think about everybody who they said he would have a problem with, and who they said he couldn't be at 147, and he literally did it, and he's been doing it over a decade. That is crazy. I said if he was to go up, beat Thurman, and come back down, you cannot dispute that he is one of the greatest of all time. That is a feat that is not. That's a crazy. You know, it's hard to envision that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand. Like you going up there and it's one
At
thing to go up
plus.
there at 30. He's going on 33.
Crazy.
So the thing is, how do you you know what I'm saying? It's not. We asking him to do something. You know, my thing is this. I don't want him to go up there, attempt to come back down, and then when he fight Terence Crawford, it's like he's drained or he's not. You know what I'm saying? He can't react. You know what I mean? He can't do what he normally could do. No, your body's already right now accustomed to depleting itself to get there right now. Do it right now. Do it right now because you still gonna react how we used to seeing you react. Unless you just plan on fighting Terence Crawford at 154.
Yeah, I would. I'm very confident in Errol. When people got this discussion, I'm not one of the people that's a fanboy that disrespect Bud. I know everything that Bud has to offer. I just as a fighter, just analyzing it. It's his game. It's not even a game plan that you can have for him. It's because it's constant pressure, smart pressure, but it's not dumb. It's not dumb pressure because he has defensive awareness. So he's just stepping and beating you every part of your body the whole fight. I think it's gonna be smart for him to bring Terence up to 154. If he was to come down, I would lose a lot of confidence in that fight on Errol's side. I don't think that for Bud coming up to 154, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Me personally, I believe for him.
So you think that 147 that
hold on, brother. Let me get these super chat. Don Gotti, brother in super chat. Did you see Kevin Johnson beat Tank up in sparring? Nah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, man.
He's talking. Yeah.
It's a footage out there. I know somebody sent it to me.
Tank was going light, and he was.
Yeah. He looked like he was working on stuff. I saw like a second of it, but I was on the plane.
He threw the sink. He was throwing a hammer. He threw the tub, but he was trying to hurt Tank, and Tank was working on defense. So
he was trying to make them all. That's what he was trying to do. Darius Gilliard, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said this is the part of the science that they also don't know, Blue. Yeah, people don't realize, man. Listen, man, you take that water weight off your brain, man. That ain't a good thing, man. Smash the like button, people. We got 882 people in here, and we got 422 likes. Wipe your feet before you come inside. That means we got 500 people in here moonlighting, man. The like button is free. Get the likes all the way up. Smash the like button, man. Get the license 700, man.
It's times where you when you know what I'm saying, you do something that you're not supposed to do, and you're not supposed to do, and you gotta go in your mouth about that. Sometimes you have to throw that up. To be honest, I just ran my 4 today. I feel jittery a little. I don't feel as best as I should because I'm on my way coming down. So
if it wasn't for a waterway issue, I think the Manny Pacquiao Miguel Cotto fight would have been a much different fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even the Oscar De La Hoya fight.
Giant.
Oscar De La Hoya fight. It's just you asking the body to do too much, man.
I would rather see Spence fight Boo Boo than fight Terence. I think Terence too small, man.
Huh?
I think at
Terence too small.
147 it's a good fight. I think at 154 that's an unwinnable
Boo Boo
fight.
at 168. He just fought at 168, right?
Yeah.
Terence.
That's lost. That's not even possible.
Spence can fight him at 168. Spence a big dude, man. He can fight him, man.
But that's not smart to just be jumping 2 weight classes and stuff. That don't make no sense.
Pacquiao did it.
No, Pacquiao did 1 weight class at a time, though.
At a time. Yeah. You seen what happened to Adrian, AB.
That and even Roberto Duran, like,
yes,
he didn't. He won that first fight against Sugar Ray Leonard. He lost all the rest of them.
Well, you seen what happened to Canelo, right?
What was the catchweight supposed to be if Errol Spence was to fight Canelo?
At
158 or something?
No, 150,
155.
It was 164.
Yeah,
164.
It was 160. Yeah, I know that.
But don't Canelo fight at 168 too?
Actually, Canelo come down 4 pounds
for him, though.
Canelo to come down 4 pounds. That's tough. Why do you think Chris Eubanks Sr. just told? Remember Chris Eubanks Sr. He was like, "Listen, I need everybody to not let this fight happen. My son coming down, and he was only coming down to 57 from 60. He was like, man, he 33 years old, trying to come down 3 pounds.
And the thing with that is he's never.
Tough.
I don't think had he ever weighed that. Wasn't it like his lightest?
Chris Eubanks,
Junior.
He fought at 54 at one point.
Yeah, but that'll be like his lightest in how many years?
And in some years, because he went up to 68.
Yeah, so
So the senior was like, man, it was a risk coming down to 60.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is too, when you don't make that weight and your fight is 2 weeks away or something like that, you can't eat or drink nothing. That's where the tiredness comes at. You have to make that weight, and then you make the weight. Then on fight night, you trying to get everything back in your body. It don't work like that.
Hey, I watched Sean Porter spend half of the day chewing on lettuce.
Yeah, you getting your water.
1 letter at a time.
Yep.
That's crazy.
One letter at a time. I ain't never even seen that before. Like peeling a letter off and munching on 1 letter at a time, bro. You gotta understand how
that's
ridiculous that
wild.
is. You know how ridiculous that is for a grown man.
Man,
he was savoring it. Just he can't even devour it. You know what I'm saying? One piece of lettuce. And it just looks. Bro,
it's a lot of water in that
IV after.
But
allowed to get an IV after weigh-in.
You know the discipline you have to have, and man, it takes a lot, man. Right now, why you think Tank is like, nah, Ryan, we know. See, again, like
we doing no 140.
He can't get. Why? But why? Because Ryan last 2 fights was at 140. Yep. Tank know that. Tank like, bro, what's the odds you ain't gonna be the same dude coming down to 35? Ryan
Tank don't like fighting at 140 either.
And that's 5 pounds, right? Ryan can't do it. He like, bro. And he only went up. And he's 24. He just turned 24. And he like, bro, I can't do the 35. That's only 5 pounds. And he only been there for 2 fights. Because if it was that simple, everybody would do it. It ain't easy.
Not at all.
At all.
That's what. And so what Tank said, I give you a pound. They fighting 136. Man, you might as well fight 135.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Ryan, listen, people don't understand this. And I was trying to explain this to people.
Nah, that
Ryan didn't
pound to
take
do
that.
something, though.
Yeah, and listen, Ryan didn't take that tune-up because after the tune-up, he's going to put on that weight again. Then he would have to try to bring that weight back down.
That's
so
a whole nother.
It's
That's
the
a whole
whole
nother
other
camp
camp.
for
Right. So what Ryan is going to do is he's going to pace it from right now to that fight to get himself to that 136 mark.
And I believe Ryan need my bad, Blue.
No, go ahead.
I said I believe Ryan need all this time to prepare for Tank. I believe he's learning. It would do him a disservice to be preparing to fight to be preparing to fight what was he who was the last dude?
Oh, I forgot the dude's name.
But not I don't mean to call him nobody, but
essentially
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, he's not very familiar.
Yeah. But it
But
wouldn't make no sense to prepare a game plan, all that around somebody when you got a fighter like Tank that you really got to get up for, and to be honest, that he not ready for. So he needs to be studying. He in the gym. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. It's that a fight wouldn't have did him no justice. It wouldn't have did nothing for him
at all.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, so if it was that easy, man, everybody would do it, man. It when you deplete your body like that, it's not a good look, man. Smash the like button, people. I'm not going to tell y'all again, man. We're going to end the stream, man. I literally just got back home like 2 hours ago. We on the stream, we working, man. The like button is free. It don't cost you a thing. So stop sitting there moonlighting, man. We got 500 people in here just moonlighting. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring your doorbell before you walk in the house. Support the channel, support the grind, man. Respect the grind. I made videos today on the airplane while I was flying 10,000 feet in the air. Smash the like button, man. It don't cost you a thing. It's free. We got 854 people in here, and we got 500 and 400 likes, man. Come on, man. Get the likes up. We should have at least 750 likes. I can accept 100 people not smashing the like button, but 500 people? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's just ridiculous, and it is. Come on, man. Show respect. We grinding. It's 12:40 here in New York. Come on. So yeah, so you know, it just Sylvester Simple brother in Super Chat got 2 blue. Kovalev versus Benavidez, Porter versus Teofimo. Sean Porter beats Teofimo Lopez. He can't deal with that pressure. Sean Porter probably stopped Teofimo Lopez.
Sean done, man.
No, I'm saying in his prime, he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sean has stopped Teofimo Lopez. That pressure, that aggression, his footwork, his athletic ability, he'll just overwhelm Teofimo Lopez like he did Andre Berto and Sean Paul and what's his name, Paulie Malignaggi and Broner. That's how that. And he don't got the athletic ability.
Tio ain't got the skill for no.
Yeah, he flat-footed.
Yeah.
And he's confused. He has defensive identity issues. He don't know what
his style. His defense. His styles is.
Yeah, in 3 rounds he'll go in one side and another. Like it's it's one thing when you look
Billy
at Floyd,
Shell, one high guard. This
right? When you look at guys like Floyd or even Boots, you know, more recent, or Devin, you know what I mean, Shakur, you know what I mean, even Tank, right? But they have a method to it. He has no method to his. Yeah, he's just doing it.
He do it in the wrong time a lot too.
Exactly. He do it and he getting hit, bro. It ain't working.
That's just ring IQ, man. He ain't setting nothing up.
Remember when he fought Lomachenko, right? Lomachenko, 8, 9, 10, and 11. He just stood there in the Philly shell, and Lomachenko was just teeing off on him. I'm like, dude,
was
what
just
stepping
around.
What
that boy
got?
You can't. He got some sweet feet, man.
Yeah, and then in the 12th round is like he snapped out of it. He went back to the high guard, getting aggressive, and he hurt Loma bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, what was you doing, brother? It was not necessary. If it's not broke, sometimes we just in the sport of boxing, all too many times fighters make adjustments for no reason. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Force your opponent to make you change it.
Yeah.
If I could, like Devin did with Cambosis, if I could win this fight and never come out of second gear, why am I going to third gear?
Yeah.
It don't make no sense to go to third gear. Yeah, the crowd might boo and yeah, Bradley 6'8", come back in, great brother. You understand what I'm saying? The crowd might boo, man. The objective is to not get hurt and to get the dub.
Man, we need that W, man.
Yeah, if you could get the knockout, take it. But if everybody ain't ready to go, so go ahead and get the dub. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they unnecessary adjustments be made, and it's like, bro, what was you doing? What was you thinking? It don't even make sense. Yeah, Marcito Gessler, that's who he's fighting. Thank you, Raymond Tompkins. Jester. Yeah, he said Kovalev Benavidez. That's a good fight, man. Kovalev in his prime, I'm going Kovalev, bro. I think I'm going.
Yeah.
Kovalev.
David, he let you tee off on him a little bit too much, and then I don't. It's something about I like David. I love David Benavidez. His offense is crazy, but at the same time, it's like he let you tee off on him in certain situations. His hands down, he will not pick his hands up.
Yeah, he get hit too much for me, man.
Who y'all got? Benavidez or Plant?
Benavidez.
See, that's the tale of two fights for me, man. Because if Caleb Plant, if his stamina and his endurance is at his all-time high, which is gonna have to be.
Caleb Plant is good, man.
I love Caleb. That knockout on the real he
can move in box. David,
I thought he could have beat Canelo. I thought he just slipped up.
Yeah, for sure. He was winning the whole fight.
But that's again his he did the same thing. He just was able to survive. He did the same thing against what's his name? Jose Uzcategui. He just got the dub.
Yeah.
But remember, Uzcategui in the second half of that fight, he was putting a lot of pressure and landing some clean punches. Caleb just was able to survive that fight.
Yeah.
Even the fight, who he fought? Caleb Truitt. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
In the second half of that fight, it's like.
Yeah, it's always a difference.
Yeah, he reminds me. He's like Tony Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
They win the whole fight in the beginning.
I work with Tony. Yeah.
When they fresh, bro, ain't no better boxers. They move. They textbook. They the definition of what a boxer is supposed to look like. But if they fatigue.
Later on in the sparring, that'll wean off.
But that's what I think. That's why I think Benavidez is going to win. It's going to be too much pressure. He's going to come in flat-footed. He's going to come straight forward,
and he starts slow. And Caleb,
he's going to crack.
I think Caleb might hop on him.
Caleb's going to try to avoid him. He's going to do what he did with Canelo. It's kind of going to be the same style of fight.
Benavidez put his hands up and try to walk through punches. So if Caleb if Caleb can keep his stamina, if Caleb, get his strength to where he feel him, he not just gonna keep walking. He just not. Benavidez put his hands up. He tried to take a little shot so he can just swing and counter on you and get one off on you.
Yeah, you know what, Caleb use his jab and switch levels.
If he can switch levels, get out of there, turn.
Yeah. He do, but he don't got it. He doesn't have enough power to keep Benavidez off of him. That's the only thing. It's gonna be a Canelo too with them. He don't got enough power to keep him off of him. And we've seen David come forward. If you don't got enough power, he's walking through them shots. And when his land, can you take that? Caleb Plant not take so many good shots when you fight Canelo. Blue. So, and Blue, I believe David.
I can hear you, brother.
Hits just as hard.
I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but I'm getting ready to cut out. I just wanted to say thanks, Blue, for allowing me on your platform, man. And I continue to support you, man.
Hey, great brother. This is what I like. You know what I'm saying? When we disagree, let's have a conversation.
Oh
man.
yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Be respectful about it.
Too much sensitivity in this, man. I know it's
Exactly.
emotions. It's emotional sport, but man, come on, man. It's just too much sensitivity, bro. Like my thing is, I always tell people, be in love with the sport of boxing, not in love with a fighter.
Exactly, and that's the point I was
we
trying
got
to
some of
make.
the
That's
worst
why I
fans.
jumped up here.
I
Errol
believe boxing
is
got some of the worst
32,
fans.
going on 33. Terence Crawford is 35. He'll be 36 this year. Like, bro, they ain't gonna be boxing in 5 years.
You took the words out of my mouth. I mean, I think we'd be lucky to get 2 more years out of them. To be
That's what I'm
honest.
trying to tell you. So all of this, everything we're doing, and it's dividing and all of that, man. They ain't gonna be boxing in a few years, man. So it's just, you know what I'm saying. We gotta, you know what I'm saying. And another thing is enjoy them both while they're here. You know what I'm saying. We spending so much time downplaying one, you know what I'm saying, to uplift the other one, that you're not enjoying both fighters. You know what I'm saying. And this, when Terence Crawford is out the sport, you're gonna be like, man, I remember when Terence Crawford. Yeah, appreciate Terence Crawford, man. These dudes don't come a dime a dozen, man. It's not
Especially since Errol is adamant on just keep having brushes with death.
right. It's the thing is boxing is a very top heavy sport. It's a very top heavy sport. It's not evenly spread. You know what I'm saying? And you go to the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to a certain number, you start you know what I'm saying? Is this dude? Is that dude? Yeah, get past 5.
That's facts.
Yeah, get past 5 without including the heavyweight, and you start. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, then we start talking about resumes and did this dude ever do this and this? Man, listen, man, appreciate it.
Facts.
It's just like I tell people again. You know what I'm saying? Many people don't like and give Jamel Charlo credit because of his persona and his attitude and his demeanor and how he is outside the sport. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like fans should love Jamel.
Yeah, they should, but the thing about it is the fans don't get an opportunity to love Jamel because the media don't keep him in the limelight.
Man.
He do kind of do it to himself. They both do. They do stay on 100.
No, they do. They definitely on 100. But what happens is all too often we take it personal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when Jamel said he gonna go in my mouth and slap me. I don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? I don't, bro. I look at it like this, man. My only gripe was, hey, bro, my kid's watching. I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, bro, you know what I'm saying, bro. That don't take away.
Brothers.
Yeah, that don't take away from his talent.
Like WWE wrestlers, man.
Don't take away from his talent.
I just love to see them fight, man. They talk. I'm a trash talker myself, so I don't have no problem with it. But I get some people do. But I mean, at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I know to look at the boxing, man. When it all boils down, I'm there for the boxing. I mean, they can say what they want to say or not say not say whatever. I'm there for the boxing. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the skill.
Boxing is one of the hardest sports to unite with because it's a lot. People bring a lot of their prejudice and a lot of their feelings into the sport.
Well, boxing is the ultimate emotional sport.
Yes, it blinds them with rage. They can't have a conversation.
Hey, I would say it's right there. It's either 1A or 1B with soccer. Because soccer is the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Soccer is the same way. I mean, you will be killed over a soccer match.
Boxing is a sport that people gravitate to certain fighters for multiple different reasons. Not like a team sport. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they're in love with team sports because they're from their city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fan of the New York Knicks because I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing.
It's the only sport where race baiting is a marketing tool.
Right. Yeah. And on top of it, you identify with the struggle.
And also I believe the thing with black fighters is they love and athletes in general, they love the Magic Johnsons. They love the big smiles and a hug and kiss the babies. They don't want the Floyds, the Brass, you know what I'm saying, fuck you, I'm rich, I'm
But
spending all this money, still got it.
We got to keep it clean, great brother.
Oh my bad. I'm sorry. But you know, they don't like the brass black loud athlete.
Mm-hmm.
No, they know. So the Adrian Brown. I never looked at. I love Adrian Brown. I just always thought AB was a funny dude.
Yeah, he entertain. But people miss out on the fact that it's still entertainment.
Yeah, they can't get past.
Yeah,
they can't get past how he look, his color, how he looked.
Yeah,
what he do, you know.
Oh man, Adrian Broner, man, the dude fight everybody.
Everybody.
He did.
Fighter,
How can you be mad at him?
Right.
Yeah.
You going?
They told him,
you
don't
fight
take that
everybody.
McDonough
You
fight.
lose.
Don't take that McDonough fight. What'd he do? Bring him over here.
Bring him over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, great brother. All right, great brother.
Y'all take it easy.
Sylvester Simple, brother.
I think that's the spot in his career where he should have listened to Floyd and stayed at 140.
Yeah, he jumped over 140. He didn't even fight at 140. He jumped from 35 to 47.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-weight class jump.
Yeah, and he didn't look spectacular against Paulie when he did that.
Mm-mm.
And that should have been an indication. Maybe I need to, work my way into 47. But he took the Madonna fight. Sylvester Simple, brother in the Super Chat, said, "What about Gary Russell Jr. versus Prince Nassim or Roy Jones versus Usyk? Roy Jones beats Usyk. It's a tough fight, but Roy gonna beat him in his prime.
Yeah.
And Prince Nassim and Gary Russell, that's a tough fight, man.
Yeah, I don't know who wins that fight.
I don't know who win that fight, man.
I would like to say Gary with the fast hands and feet get around Prince Nassim's trickiness.
We've seen that with Kevin Kelly and Prince Nassim.
Yeah.
And Kevin Kelly is nothing. Kevin Kelly is that dude, especially back then.
Yeah,
he was dropping Prince Nassim and everything. But
you think Nassim had the defensive ability with Gary quickness? And
yeah, because he's still much bigger than Gary, and Gary got short arms, and Prince got fast feet.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't like Gary. If Gary had faster feet than him to be on the inside quicker than him, then I would say yeah. Queen Shay, blessings, Queen.
It's some people I don't understand how you get around their skill set. Like I know that I kind of have Bud on the edge over Errol a little bit, but then it's like Errol's that person that I don't see how you get around his skill set because just how he's really. I think he even said it that he the Tim Duncan of boxing.
Yeah, it's fundamental, man.
He is.
It's just
and that's the perfect comparison, right? Terence Crawford is Kevin Durant and Errol is Tim Duncan. Bro, that's the perfect comparison, bro. They are that's the perfect comparison, right?
Yeah.
Like Tim Duncan is bigger, fundamentally sound, hard hat, lunch pail.
If we gonna keep it big, man, you gotta say if we gonna keep it big, man, you gotta say Bud Murkin.
Nah, Bud got the long arms, man.
Bud Murkin with the moves, you know what I'm saying? Keem had that.
But Keem was
had the quick, beautiful dancer feet on the center.
When you talk about Keem, you talking the Floyd Mayweather status.
Dancer feet on the center, man.
Yeah, Keem is the greatest center ever.
I love Keem.
Yeah, he's the greatest center ever. You know what I mean? Kevin Durant was explosive, rangy, versatile. You know what I mean? Could do it all. You know what I mean? That's Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Slim, slender build. You know what I mean? Unorthodox.
Or that maybe a young KG.
Yeah, young KG.
Minnesota KG.
Minnesota KG.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Boston, he was a leader and defensive stopper. You know what I mean?
He put that young KG put it on the floor, pull up on you.
Oh man, he do it all, man.
Everything, dunking coast to coast.
Yeah. Yeah, he do it all. Yeah, Gary Russell versus Prince Nassim. That's a good fight, man. That's a great fight, man. Yeah, but man, so you know what I mean? That's my thing, man. It's oh my gosh, 808 Wallace, what's going on? That's my thing, man. It's just, I don't want to see Errol go up. You know what I mean? This to me, you know what I mean, is a business move. This to me is the PBC saying, hey man, we gotta get this fight in. You know what I'm saying? Because and at the same time, I could see Errol like, yeah, we're gonna get this fight in, bro, and we're gonna do it on my terms then. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all pushing for it, no problem. He ain't getting no, we ain't gonna do it for the titles. We're gonna do that.
Yeah. I was saying it's like it's a petty, it's like a little petty thing.
Exactly what he doing. Exactly. If you want to fight me, cool. Because Errol don't want to fight Keith Thurman. Not because he avoiding Keith Thurman. Yeah, he just like he said, he been saying it. I don't respect how this dude moving. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have gave me the opportunity. We was on the same side of the street, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you just like it was a big fight, man. It was a big fight. Keith was off getting married, and I mean he lost the
had so
belt.
many injuries that like,
bro, he lost the belt. He lost the WBC belt. Like it just was like even right now, like Keith is like, bro, what is he doing?
I don't know why he not fighting. What
he fought in, but again this year, right?
How long it's been since he fought Barrios?
He fought him in February.
That's
a year.
Dang,
it's been that long.
And to have a performance like that and not want to get out there again.
It's a year. Keith Thurman fought Barrios February 2022, February 5th, 2022.
Dang, it don't even seem that long.
Yeah, a year again.
And then he fought. He didn't show out. He fought Pacquiao.
He didn't outclass Barrios how he
prior,
was
right?
Hey, I want y'all to think about this. Keith Thurman fought 3 times in 6 years.
Because he fought Josito Lopez coming back, right?
Mm-hmm. January of 2019.
And he got rocked on that.
Mm-hmm. Then he fought Pacquiao in July of 2019. And then we didn't see him again till February of this year.
So that was a 3-year
2022. So he fought Danny Garcia March 5th, March 6th, or something like that, of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see Keith Thurman till January of 2019.
You can tell Keith Thurman always wanted to be a WWE fighter. He not. I can't take that dude seriously.
Yeah, Keith is special, man. It's trash talk. That's not really him. You know?
Just think how long this dude has been like it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
He cut the braids.
That's gonna be bad, man.
Bro, and then he going to fit bro.
That's gonna be bad. At 154.
Why wouldn't Keith Thurman, if he fought in February, he should have fought at least 3 times this year?
For sure.
He didn't have to fight world beaters.
Mm-mm.
And just think, he got hurt by Barrios twice. Barrios came off of a knockout loss to Tank, who moved up 10 pounds. Then he moved up 7 pounds to fight Keith Thurman.
Didn't he make him spit out his mouthpiece?
Yeah, remember Keith Thurman said if he was a better athlete and had a higher ring IQ, he might have dropped me or stopped me.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's ugly.
It's like Mike Lee was good, great brother.
That was a real ugly win, and then to not want to go out there again. That's the last thing you have to show for your you know.
Right, but then on top of it, how did he even leapfrog everybody else? Like, bro, you fought 3 times in 6 years. How did you jump over everybody else to an Errol Spence fight?
Just his name alone.
That's PBC. That's a PBC game.
This is why I try to tell people, like, you got to think about the business of boxing. Like, if they really wanted to make Terence Crawford Errol Spence, it would have got done.
Yeah,
it would have got done.
I have a question for you. Do you believe this is like a money builder for the Crawford fight at 154?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I don't know, man, because it's like it's like Errol stock is already at an all-time high. I don't
What
know
you
how
think
much
these tank numbers about to be?
Tank, what his numbers is?
What you think these pay-per-views?
They just had that big Tank fight. I know they got something left over from that.
I think
That's a $20 million at least fight for both of them. It's insane that they can't get that money.
Bud's not getting that much though.
They both should get that much.
They should, but they're not gonna do. They're not gonna give it Bud that much. Right. It was already a 65-35 split, and he didn't even have an underlying total or amount of what he was going to be getting. At the lowest rate.
Yeah, but I feel like it wasn't that the same with Errol. No money was guaranteed.
Yeah, it was up front, but
no money up front.
Now think about this too, right? This is my question. Is Keith Thurman not getting no guaranteed money?
Nah, he's getting guaranteed money.
He's getting guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
But look at the network.
This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, it's something wrong with that picture.
Well, they also knew they couldn't get Bud for a long time, so I know it's a whole lot that went into that. But
yeah, it's like we got to think about that. Like,
they didn't want Bud to agree to it,
right? This what I'm saying is like, I believe that Errol was pushing for it, and they like, all right, man. I don't believe that they put their best foot forward to say, hey, Bud, let's make it happen.
Yeah, like I don't believe it's a needed.
I agree.
We're not scared of each other.
No, they're not. It's that they want and should be respected. It's the biggest fight in boxing, and I don't care what people are saying. Well, they offer them this type of money up front and that type of money. Man, give the dude what he want. I'm sure Terence Crawford ain't asking for $50 million, man.
No, he's not.
20
at best.
We gave Caleb Plant, and no slight to Caleb Plant. I love Caleb Plant, but let's be realistic. Caleb Plant never headlined a major card. He never did a pay-per-view. You gave Caleb Plant $10 million for a one-off with Canelo.
Yeah.
Clean thug.
For a one-off.
Just because they were giving Canelo so much money, $10 million only made sense.
Yeah.
And my thing is, people always saying, "Oh, well, Bud don't bring this to pay-per-view. These is his numbers." Again, like I said before on the show, nobody knows the real numbers because it's so many variations that's going on in the streams, in the pay-per-view buys. All that mixed together, all that is cut in half anyway.
Right. But not only that, right? It doesn't even matter what he makes and didn't do in the past. He still makes for 50% of the biggest fight in boxing.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all acting like he's not going to bring.
Right. He brings major value.
Yeah.
He's a bigger fight than anything Errol Spence has done.
Yeah.
So why he can't get paid? Just think, people. Charles Martin got $7 million to fight Anthony Joshua. And I love Charles Martin. That's my guy. But he won that fight by default, the belt from Glasgow.
I feel like his only shot at making that fight happen at that period in time would have been him like signing the Floyd for like 5 fights or some shit.
Right, but at 35, if Terence Crawford like, yo, listen, you gave a one-off to Caleb playing Canelo, why can't he get that?
Yeah, it don't make sense. I don't, because I believe they trying to cover. So what you would have to do is, obviously, it's a rematch clause that would be in there. It would probably be a multiple fight deal. I believe they don't want him to take the belts and run. I don't believe he's gonna win. But
right, because you have those welterweights that if Terence Crawford wins all those belts and beats Errol Spence,
now they gotta go over.
Yep, PBC don't want to lose their cash cow. Period.
Right.
Who do they have?
Right. Now, it's like now what? Now who do we put him in the ring with? And I'm not saying Terence Crawford is the easiest person to negotiate with. You know what I'm saying? we know this to be true, but what I am saying is that respect the dude. You know what I'm saying? And this is the biggest fight in boxing. Respect both guys, and let's make the biggest fight in boxing. You know what I'm saying? How come it waited to the twilight hour to say, all right, we're going to give you everything you want for 2023? Because this is why I'm trying to explain to people. It feels like, to me, they waited till they got to the point where, but he was like, all right, well, I'm going to do this, and this, and we revisit this. And then they like, oh, man, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't understand why Errol moved up to one. This is a pointless fight. It's pointless. And again, the only reason why he moved up at 154 is because he is going to stay at that weight. He's going to be comfortable at that weight, and it's going to be, man, I feel good here. 147 was supposed to have been in my past. I'm going to stay here. Because think about it. If he left 147 and just vacated the belts to move up, everybody would be on his back. Oh, yeah. You vacated and you had the biggest fight of your career and possibly the biggest fight in boxing and left these belts here for him. Oh, so it's a better ploy to move up to 154 and say I feel good here, and I ain't moving back.
And my thing is like, I salute to my brother Kenneth Buster Move. What's good with you, Kenneth, man? Drop that link to your establishment in the chat. Salute to my brother Kenneth Buster Move, man. Habitual line stepper, brother in super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He says, salute, Blue. I miss watching playback. Still smoking this Avanesian Hector Garcia. Any more recommendations on KO by rounds? Nah, not yet, great brother. When some more fights is made, we got to fight. When do Anthony Yard and Beterbiev? That's the 28th, right? Yeah, Anthony Yard and Beterbiev fight January 28th. But who fight this weekend? F.A. Jabba? I know there's some fights this weekend. But yeah, so you know what I mean? Like I don't understand the move, like you said, to go to 54. If they fight at 47, he defending the belts against Keith Thurman, I understand that. But the move to 54, I don't understand without the belts. Like, well, you might as well just go ahead, in my opinion, and negotiate and fight Terence Crawford right now.
Make the fight happen. Because you say you don't need tune-ups. You say, I don't believe in tune-ups. So it's really no point in fighting. You know, you can, like you said, fight Keith Thurman at 147, but fighting anybody else is irrelevant because you don't do tune-ups.
Right.
But this,
fighting Boots don't make
Keith
sense.
a tune-up?
Huh?
Is Keith a tune-up?
I mean, I can't say a tune-up, but man, Keith ain't fighting.
Keith ain't fighting, but you can't just say Keith. You just can't. You still got to look at what he did and still give him that at that point. For Errol, that's another name to add to his resume. No matter, no matter what you know or what's been happening in the past, he still was Keith Thurman at some point. That's still a name that
got whooped by old Pacquiao, man.
Yeah, but he adds no value to his I mean, yeah, he still has a name so far as what he's did, but like, what value as of now does he add to where you can say, okay, I want to fight Keith Thurman first and then go to, but you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because
he was just in a big accident, man. So
I think it's this, right? I think what it's like this to me. I feel like Keith Thurman is going to be there. Right? You fight Terence Crawford in first, I don't understand the whole April situation. If Tank and Ryan is supposed to fight in April, we ain't gonna get two major pay-per-views
exactly.
in April. I don't understand that. I just can't see that. Somebody's not telling the truth. Something ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see Ryan waiting longer than April, because that means he was out the ring for an extensive period of time. So I don't see how Errol and Keith is fighting in April on pay-per-view. I don't know how that's going to work, but other than that, you fight Terence Crawford, you beat Terence Crawford, you fight Keith Thurman your first fight at 54. You ain't fighting him for no belts anyway.
Exactly.
So Keith Thurman should be on the card. Put Keith Thurman on the card with Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. Let him be the co-main event against Boot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want for Boots. I want them to feed. They might as well just feed Thurman to him.
Yeah,
they tried to.
Thurman ain't taking it. He don't want to fight him.
Yeah, fight Boots at the co-main event, right? Terence Crawford, Errol Spence fight. You know what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman beat Boots, or even if you don't want to put Boots in tough, if you don't want to put Keith Thurman in tough like that, you know what I'm saying? We'll find another fight for him. You know what I mean? Get Keith Thurman on the undercard. Then, you know what I'm saying? And he wins. Errol wins. Errol fight Keith Thurman at 54.
Mm-hmm.
His first fight to get acclimated at 54. And then as you trying to figure out if he gonna fight Jamel Charlo or not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if he beat Terence Crawford, right? He's the WBO champion. So he can make himself the mandatory for the WBO belt and the undisputed champion at 54. While he waiting to get that fight at 54, you could fight Keith Thurman there. It just makes sense. Salute to my brother Kenneth Busta Move. Go support my brother Kenneth Busta Move. 7 Deuce 5 Caddy Drive, Fort Washington, Maryland. 2744. My brother Martini supports my brother Blue Blood. Salute to my brother Kenneth Busta Move, man. I appreciate you, King. The link is pinned up right there. Go support my brother Kenneth Busta Move, man. Bad Bowling 101, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said Spence time to fight Thurman, then Bud should fight Pac-Man on BLK Prime. This is the C Money 815, by the way, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Blessings. Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
You know, with Terence Crawford right now, man, I would like to see Terence Crawford. I wish he could get the Virgil Ortiz fight.
That'd be real.
Bud and Virgil?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
You think Bud can stay with that young fella?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
Bud beats Virgil.
You been seeing Virgil lately?
Yeah, Virgil been getting hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt by Kalafakis, whatever his name is.
Igis Kavalaskis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Ortiz, his guard's too high. A couple uppercuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. Yeah. Like, you know.
Landon Summers, what's good, great brother? Landon Summers. Akid Kari, what's good? DeAndre Smith, what's good?
Is he still sticking with his 48 months for Boots? Because we had like 36 now.
You know that's going to change now. People feel like Boots look vulnerable.
We're at 36 now. So, I mean, look, I'm glad that people think Boots look vulnerable now. Because they just don't realize that boy Karen was kind of fast on the feet. You know, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. And Boots wasn't taking his time. And he wasn't listening at all.
Yeah, because you know why? Mentally, Boots is in there. And he like, yo, listen, this dude ain't supposed to be.
He shouldn't be here. He was trying to get him out.
Yeah,
he know better than chasing the knockout. You could see his dad so angry standing behind him. And Boots was stuttering because he could feel the heat coming from his pops. Like
93 octane exactly. No smoke, Yavi TV. Derek O'Connor was good. He did. Errol did say that. Jojo Weedy Gonzalez was good. 214 Rod. Jesus Doe was good. Remember when I told y'all that Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, they trying to make the fight, and people said, "No, Blue." Errol just tweeted, "When I say never, I mean never."
He did say that.
Al Heyman is slick though.
It's about the bag right now. It's about the bag.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Al Heyman just be brushing that off. Like, yeah, I know, I hear you, man.
Mm-hmm.
But still, finessing plays to put it in his face.
Yeah.
It just, you know what I mean? I just wish that he go ahead and fight Terence Crawford, man. Just let's get it over, man.
I was a music industry dude too. You know he's slick and like gangster tactics. You already know, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they put up 2 polls asking the people who want to see this when Errol Spence has continuously said he has no interest in fighting him, and they continue to put up polls like who wants to see this fight. I mean,
they funny with them Twitter posts,
bro. Just think about that. Like, he's been saying this forever. Like, bro, I'm not fighting this dude. And they like, who wants to see this fight? Like, bro, didn't I just tell y'all I'm not fighting this dude? Well, who wants to see this fight? Like, bro, I mean, like, if people don't understand this and understand like the business, you know what I'm saying? If this is not an indication, I don't know what is. Like, people,
Me personally,
if the fans don't see this and don't wake up, like you'll never wake up.
I think Keith Thurman and Spence gonna be a war. That's my thoughts. I think Keith Thurman coming to get him, and Spence ain't back and taking a step back.
Yeah, he coming to get him. He gonna find what he looking for.
Yeah, he gonna find. He gonna get something.
Shit, facts.
Tony Goody Harris was good. He gonna
you
find
know how
what
good he finna feel. Oh
man,
it's gonna be something he don't want.
You talking about Errol bigger, stronger?
He
gonna have more endurance.
Almost 170.
He gonna have more endurance.
And we already know how rocky his chin is. So
and
body
and the pace of fight that Errol Spence sets.
It ain't his chin. I mean, Errol is the body snatcher.
It's his
Errol
body.
is the body snatcher, but Keith Thurman can crack too now.
Yeah, he can, but Keith Thurman is not gonna sit down on nothing.
And he's not gonna take no body punch from Errol Spence like he took from Barrios.
Bro, do y'all realize he got hurt to the body by Barrios, Pacquiao, and Josito Lopez? His last 3 fights.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, Sean Porter too.
Do you think it's his age and those feet just ain't as fast?
I don't know, man.
The layoffs and the injuries.
It's timing.
He shouldn't have cut it.
It's timing.
He know what he did.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Bernard was good. Ali Ershaw was good.
Spence shit. It's payback.
But remember, he gonna
hurt him bad.
Remember when he fought what's the name? Was the first one to reveal that. What was his name? Collazo. Remember Luis Collazo hurt him to the body.
Mm-hmm.
And that was from that point on, everybody was like, man, this dude can't take it to the body. And ever since then, he's been proven not to be able to take it to the body.
Pause.
He spit out his mouthpiece against Josito Lopez, Pacquiao, and Barrios. Bro, they ain't got nothing on Errol Spence. Sylvester Simple, brother in Super Chat. Can Gary Anton Russell beat any top 47? He's big, man. Big, southpaw, aggressive. Yeah, he for sure could beat some. Yeah, he definitely could beat some more 47s. He just trying to become a division champion.
Them Russell boys some bad
the
cats,
Gary
man.
Antoine Russell at 147 is undefeated. Was it the brother at 140 that just lost?
Is that 140? No, is that you talking about Gary Antonio lost?
Yeah, he's at 122? Yeah. One. Yeah, he at 122 or something like that.
He's small. Okay.
Yeah. Raymond Tompkins, Tony T, what's good with y'all, man? Yeah, he fight my brother L. Del Boxing said they made the Steve Fulton Brandon Figueroa rematch February 25th.
I never knew if Gary Antonio was so serious about boxing though.
Yeah, he is. He's just he don't get nowhere near the acknowledgement as everybody else though.
Yeah.
He's like right. He's stuck in between. Like he's the forgotten one. You know what I mean?
He got caught slipping in our last fight.
Yeah, he sure did, man. That dude is uber talented too.
Antoine, he beat Boots at the eliminator.
Yeah, but that's yeah.
I'm
Did you
just
see those
saying,
fights?
but that's just stuff. That's just everything to build him up that his other brother didn't have.
Yeah, but did you see those fights though?
Yeah. Boots wasn't Boots, you know.
No, but it's still like those fights wasn't like decisively Gary Antoine beating Boots.
Yeah,
that was yeah. I didn't. if I was judging, I wouldn't have gave him all those fights, those last fights to Gary.
Mm. Yeah, they was competitive fights for sure. Yeah, I wish I want to see Steve Fulton. I wish Fulton would have fought Inoue right out the gate, opposed to going up, because I think this Brandon Figueroa fight gonna be at 26.
Are they actually gonna end up fighting?
Yeah, it's February 25th. Oh, Inoue and Fulton.
Yeah.
If he don't beat Brandon Figueroa, it's gonna lose a lot of luster. He's gonna have to win that rematch. That was a close fight too, man.
Hey, Blue.
He could
Who you
outbox.
think wins out of Boo Boo and Cholo?
That version of Boo Boo I just saw. We ain't see Charlo in so long. He been out the ring for going on 2 years himself.
Yeah.
His baby mama cursed him. Why would she say that?
Bro, we ain't seen him in the ring in almost
She said he will never fight again, and it's been a minute, man.
Yeah.
She probably knows something we don't.
Yeah, I think that's just a little bit of anger, emotional anger. But him and versus Boo Boo, man, I want to say man, that's a tough one, man. And initially when I thought Boo Boo would win. Now, man, I don't know, man. If because Jamal catch up to Boo Boo, but we don't know what Jamal gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? In the heyday, I got Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't know how that fight play out. I don't even know what they either. The way Boo Boo looked against Damon Nicholson, he got knockdowns and all of that, but he ain't look great.
Would
He didn't
Jamar
look bad
fight?
though.
Yeah, he didn't look bad, but he didn't look like out of this world.
The dude that just knocked out Montiel, would Jamar be able to fight him? Didn't he take his belt, or was that an eliminators or something like that?
Yeah, but they talking. I'm hearing Jamal is going to possibly fight that Macy Selecki fight.
See if off of Boo Boo from that fight, but I thought he looked good because DeMar is such a dog.
Oh, Damon, yeah, Damon is a dog. I want to see Jamal fight Jaime Munguia, man. He's 32. Man, people get mad at me for telling the truth, but I just got to tell y'all the truth, man. Jamal fought 2 champions that was champions by the time he fought them. He got 32 fights.
But ain't that the business of boxing? It's not his fault, right?
I don't know about that.
Nah, bro. Not at 32 years of age. Do you realize that
is he waiting for a Canelo fight, or what's going on? Like,
him and Boots fought the same amount of champions.
Now do he want Benavidez?
Him and Boots fought the same amount of champions. Boots 25.
You said him and Boots?
Yeah, they fought the same amount of champions, bro. Boots is 25.
Who? Austin Trout. And
for Austin Trout and K9
Bundridge and
J-Rock didn't become a champion.
J-Rock wasn't a champion by then?
No, he didn't become a champion until 3 years later when he beat Herb.
Herb fell off the earth. I wanted to see that fight.
Man, Hurd is like Hurd don't have no defense. He just put his head there and just swing, man.
He retired.
He need to be retired.
That's
bro. He gonna have
like Benavidez fight like that. He just got faster hands.
Hurd gonna have brain
Herb
man.
was one of the most frustrating watches. Herb was just one of the most frustrating boxers to watch to me. I don't know. It's just he does everything that his corner tell him not to do. It don't look right. It obviously do not be working for him.
Yeah, he just be getting hit, bro. It's like, bro.
Doug, put your hands up, big guy.
Yeah,
do you ever think Kevin Hunter is gonna have a decent career?
I like Kevin Hunter, man. Possibly. He's rangy. He could box. He could move. You know what I mean? I like Kevin Hunter.
I feel like
And you,
he's a special talent. I'm shocked that he can still make 135.
I would like to see Hurd versus Jaime Munguia.
they ain't have no problem finding her in the ring. I tell you that.
Well, probably neither one of them
Herb been out 3 years, right?
since he lost to at that Floyd Mayweather exhibition with Logan Paul, right?
Yeah, that was if I was Herb, you know, I mean, I guess he made the money. That's like a pride thing, but I wouldn't be fighting on the undercard to no Jake Paul. I mean,
He lost his dad too. That was big.
yeah, that wasn't. He didn't have his father in his corner.
Yeah, that was big.
I know, but that was a big fight. He probably got as much on that fight as he got on his biggest fight.
Yeah, he got paid for sure.
Mm-hmm. Tony Gutierrez, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue says Spence Little Hagler is going to KO Thurman in 8 rounds. Spence is relentless. Thurman has no answer for Spence. It's going to be a beatdown. I agree. I don't think Keith Thurman is going to be able to keep Errol Spence at bay.
But I don't think Spence is no little Hagler, because Hagler was a whole different type of man, bro.
Oh yeah, Hagler is way more versatile.
Hagler, I mean, I grew up in the 60s, and 70s, and the 80s. Hagler's a whole different type of man, bro.
Yeah, it's a different type of man. Hagler he was versatile, switching southpaw all through.
Yeah. I ain't never really seen Hagler back up before.
Never. Well, even the fight where he had with Duran, that was frustrating watching it. It's like, bro, he made that fight a technical boxing match. He could have knocked out Duran.
Man, he used to beat the hell out of these guys, man.
Yeah,
Hagler was a monster, bro.
He gave Duran too much respect. Way too much respect.
You know who is very underrated as a boxer? Aaron Pryor, man. Aaron Pryor was a monster.
I don't think he was underrated. I think Aaron Pryor was.
Yeah, everybody look, yeah.
Yeah. You know who's underrated though? Man, why do I always forget his name? Bro, that's wild. He beat Duran too.
Hearns?
No, Spanish dude. I always forget his name, man.
Mustafa Hacho?
No, he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard. He lost to
Wilfred Benitez.
Wilfred Benitez.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was good.
You ever watch that story on Wilfredo Benitez?
Yeah.
Man.
So that was my favorite boxer back in the 80s. We have the same first name, so I've liked him.
Hey man, that story was so disappointing, man, when he just didn't want to train and just he just focused all on his talent. I was like,
yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was good. Man. He gave Sugar Ray Leonard a damn good fight.
Sure did. If he would have trained hard,
yeah, he was good.
He didn't want to train, man. His dad was trying to. He didn't want to train.
He never want to be no what if.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He was so uber talented that he was just like, I don't got to train. Remember they were saying that he was training 2-3 weeks sometimes at max.
Yeah, he was talented, man. He was talented.
Yeah, he was disappearing from training camps. Like, bro.
Yeah, he was talented.
Sylvester Simple, brother in the super chat, he said Marvin Hagler versus Andre Ward. Woo!
Marvin Hagler. I got Hagler, man.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Hagler too.
Yeah, Hagler beat Leonard.
Yeah, that was that. Man, I can never. Every time I watch that fight, I come up with a different winner. Every single
Leonard was the face of boxing. I think that's why they gave him the belt. I mean, the win. Hagler was like the the thug they didn't like because he didn't smile. He was just mean. And Ray Leonard was on every commercial, and smiled and had that beautiful smile and was fast and looked good in the ring. And Hagler was a pit bull.
Mm-hmm. Man, but he showed Leonard and he showed Durant too much respect.
Yeah.
And that's what cost him against Ray and made it a close fight with Durant. He let Sugar Ray steal those rounds.
Yeah, you're right. You sure did. That old. Yeah.
He let him showboat. He was out there, playing to the judges.
And was disappointing, man. He never fought again after that fight.
And he waited too long to switch southpaw.
That dude was a monster, man.
Waited too long.
Durant was a monster, bro. I mean, Durant was a monster too, but Hagler was. Boxing, I got so much respect for boxers, man. You get in that ring, bro. I never understood why people talking about they think you can whip a boxer, bro. A boxer will hurt you, man.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about that yesterday about this Meek Mill situation, man. I don't care how much you disagree with them or whatever. If they talking to each other, let it be. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, them dudes. Them boxers will hurt you. I got much respect for a boxer, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I would never say nothing bad about a boxer because I know I can't stand toe to toe with him.
Right. Now, I just said this the other day, man. Imagine if somebody walk up to you and punch you in the face, right?
It's almost
like
being a boxer. It's almost tougher because don't be letting nobody don't be having no loud friends. They run there tell he be in the gym. And so
exactly.
It make people want to come for some reason. It might even draw you bad attention.
People want to test you.
Unwanted attention.
Yeah. People want to test you. David Jackson, brother in Super Chat. No belts, 154 equal retirement check. Errol in 6. Yeah, man. Rick Timms III was good. Yeah, man. It's just but let me get up out of here, people, man.
Be cool, Blue.
All right, brother.
I appreciate you, Blue.
You already know.
All right, salute, Blue.
Blessings, Kings.
Thank you for having me.
You already? Yes, sir. Yeah, appreciate my people's coming through. Boxing Truth Serum, what's going on? Smash that. I'm disappointed, man. We got 900 people here and we still don't even have 700 likes. That's terrible, man. The like button is free and we don't even have 700 likes. That's terrible. That's terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? The like button is free. It don't cost you a thing, man. It don't cost you a thing. Cool Breeze, what's going on? The Sports Guy, what's good? SVN Grams, what's good, great brother? So yeah, that was my take, man. Tip Bayless, blessings, King. That's my take, man. I'm like, I don't see the point in it. You understand what I'm saying? If you Errol, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna you wanna be, undisputed champion, you know what I mean? Why run the risk of fluctuating your weight? For what? Boston News DC was good. You know what I'm saying? Wop the quarterback was good. D, what's going on? Yeah, smash the like button, man. We'll just sit here and people just sit here and moonlight. The like button is free. It don't cost you a thing. It's free. It don't cost you a single thing to smash the like button and get the likes all the way up. Chris Franklin, what's going on? It just doesn't make sense to me to make that jump and then to come back down. I just can't see it, bro. I just can't see it. I don't see the point in doing that. Alan Maddox, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, if Errol Spence Jr. or Tank lose, Al got problems shopping another venue. Showtime soon. It's not Errol Spence or Tank. Al knows without Errol Spence Jr. or Tank, PBC done. Bud too risky. I can see that, man. The war was good, great brother. The word was good. Denzel Horton was good. He probably just thinking about giving his body a break. Tara Sims, Peace Buzz Queen, how you doing today? She said, Blue, people are just page watching. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Weedy Gonzalez was good. People would just sit there and Bayou Boy was good. And Moonlight. It's terrible, man. Loli LaShaw was good. So yeah, I personally just don't understand the point in that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna go up to 154, fight Keith Thurman. It's not a meaningless fight. Doug Rice, I was good. It's not a meaningless fight because Keith Thurman's a name and Keith Thurman has a resume, and you want to essentially put Keith Thurman on the resume. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's not for a pelt. You're not defending your belt. Like, what? Why are you fighting Keith Thurman at 154? JoJo was good. Just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense, man. I think that, going up there and then another thing is like it happening in April, like it's gonna happen in April. And it's like, what about Tank and Ryan? Michael Cameron was good. Ryan and Tank was supposed to happen in April. We're not going to get two major pay-per-view fights in April in 1 month. That's not going to happen. Alan Maddox, my brother, back in the super chat. Keith will be lucky to get past 8 with Spence. Agreed. Tony Gutierrez, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Duran was beating Hagler after 12 rounds. A former small lightweight gave Hagler of a fight. Hagler respected him for a reason. Duran was a beast. Oh, Duran was definitely a beast. Chris Franklin was good. But Hagler should have took the route that Tommy Hearns took. Period. He should have took that same route. Should have just went in there and just, hey, bro, you a small dude, little dude. We're not going to play this game with you. That's what he should have did. He still got the dub, but it should have been a much easier fight and dominating performance, in my opinion. Should have been a much more easier dominating performance for Hagler. Alshon Smith was good, great brother. Peace, Blue. Errol got this fight coming up. Yeah, he going to win. David Jackson, brother, back in super chat. Can't blame him. 10 years at 147 is crazy. Yeah, but to go to 140 to 154 and you're going to come back down to 47? That's what I'm saying. You're going to go to 154 and come back to 47? Mm-hmm. Well, let me get out of here. Tired people. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Kendrell was good, great brother. Let me get out of here, people. Appreciate y'all coming through, studying up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. Band up, my brother, was good. Box fan 037, brother in super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, I think Al is going to make everything he can before the risk of losing it. Plus, the longer he waits, the older Bud gets. Yeah, time waits for nobody. Gary McGee was good. Rodriguez Jackson TV was good. Yeah, time waits for nobody. Yeah, I want to get y'all thoughts on this. What you see. Blessings to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back on tomorrow. It's your boy Blue signing off. Peace.